I'm not doing this because I want to take long showers with you assholes.
Ain't you them kids that have been quacking off in my tool shed?
By a bunch of fucking iceholes like yourself.
Yeah, well, listen, you ought to ditch the two geeks in the car with now and get in with us, but that's all right. We'll worry about that later.
Oh my God. There's 100 morons in my basement.
It's you, Larry.
Lollygaggers. Diamond dogs have struck again.
No, they could be a lot worse.
Why did you kiss my ear?
Why are you holding my hand? Where's your other hand? Between two pillows.
Those aren't pillows.
4 of us wolves running around the desert together in Las Vegas looking for strippers and cocaine.
1, 2, 3, Benchwarmers!
Live from Scott's parents' basement, this is the Basement Benchwarmers Podcast.
The Basement Benchwarmers back after Hallows Eve into November already. 7 weeks from Christmas. So we're moving in on the holiday season, Thanksgiving, Christmas.
Black Friday's already starting.
Black Friday's already starting. We're storming the ships as we speak. So as we usually start the week, guys are here. Full house tonight. We would be not allowed in New York like this. Yeah. But anyway, let's start with Ed, Eric. Jace is sitting in the night with us, and Willie's here. So let's start with Ed. How was your week, Ed?
Well, other than almost getting arrested for robbing a Fleet Farm earlier, which I can't tell that story yet until my lawyer gets a hold of it. But anyway, this weekend I was sitting around, and my wife Amber, she teaches 5th grade, as you guys know, and she was doing report cards all weekend while I was trying to watch football. You know, she's gonna get my nerves, but she was giving out a bunch of A's and B's, and then when she finished, I gave her a D.
Ed's making donuts again.
Wow. Hey, was it a plus or minus?
It was a D minus.
Amber was like incomplete.
You gave her D's nuts.
Eric, how was your week?
It was a busy, hectic week for me with work stuff, and then scrambling to get ready for
work.
Stop. Scrambling to get ready for a party that some of the Benchwarmers showed up at, and even Jace. I don't remember inviting him, but
he showed up to a bunch of parties this weekend. I heard
he was party hopping.
Exactly. So yeah, busy week, good week, I guess. At the same time, good to hang out with a lot of people I haven't seen in a while. So and here we are. I'm happy to be here. I know that I wasn't here the last couple of weeks. I was afraid that the ratings would get too high. So I decided to come back and help
and lower them
and help keep things. I don't want these guys to get big heads. So,
That's what she said.
Oh,
Jace, how was your week since you're here?
It was good. Showed up to a few parties uninvited like I normally do. I did have to make a few pit stops at the dumpsters to get some information for a live sports minute this week and some other stuff to show all these old fools what I know.
Wow.
Otherwise, not much.
Oh,
wow. Someone comes in with blazing, guns a-blazing.
Yes.
Willie, how was your week, Willie?
Well, you know, I was sitting there going, what the hell did I do this last week? But I know what I did for yesterday for 11 hours. Sat in a county building.
That sound. It was like.
It was.
It was almost like the gavel.
Hey, that's right. That's what I was trying to do.
Were you arrested outside of Fleet Farm as well?
No, not this time. But yeah, I was almost on the. I was summoned to be a juror for the Rittenhouse thing
in Kenosha County.
County, but I did not make it.
Oh, you didn't make
lucky number 129.
Wow. Timing is everything, right?
It is.
Jeez.
We didn't have anybody on the OJ trial. None of the Benchwarmers were in the trial for the Lindbergh kidnapping.
No.
Or the Scopes Monkey trial.
None
of us were there.
The Manson killings, though. Scott was on that.
Were you on that one?
No. Yeah.
Oh.
Okay.
So we almost
Rick Manson.
Still our closest brush to fame is my picture on the wall up there.
That's right.
Oh man. I remember when you were that skinny. So dead sexy.
Must have been bathing suit season back then.
P90X.
Somebody's got a Brazilian
peanut butter cup X. Brazilian.
It does look like he's got a Oh, whatever.
Who waxed your belly like that?
That's a bruise.
That's a bruise. Okay.
It looks like a raw turkey. He's a little butter on it and seasoning and cook that thing up.
That's where Carl came from.
I bet you that's a sticky mark on the frame for some reason. I don't know why.
It does.
It looks a little sticky there.
It looks like a Dorito symbol for some reason.
That's Dorito and Pepsi.
So anyway, my week was spent trying to figure out something. So you guys heard about PETA? They want Major League Baseball to take away the bullpen name and just call it the arm barn. Because PETA thinks that bulls and cows are upset because they're don't call. I don't know. So I don't want anybody to get on us because basements are kind of people don't like basements are scary.
Mm-hmm.
And a bench warmer is a mean thing. It's someone that doesn't play. So we're gonna change our name to the Lower Floor Fellas.
Hey, fellas.
Okay, just so we don't want to
offend
anybody. So no more basement bench warmers.
That's a lot of money we have to spend in branding now.
We'll be known as the Lower Floor Fellas, at least for the next 5
Well,
minutes.
that's not speciest either. That's perfect.
Yeah, see?
Is there any other words we could
how
do?
about the lower floor thems? I don't know. Maybe fellas is right. I don't know.
Oh yeah, fellas. That's too.
I was thinking like we can't
Sexist.
even say bullshit anymore. We got to say like tree poop, so it doesn't offend any bulls.
So
what would we call? I was just coming on. I mean,
yeah,
like a beaver. You can't say beaver anymore because that's offensive. What the hell would you call that thing?
Thank you. I just got it stuffed.
Now you got to call it a coochie or something.
I don't know.
So I guess you have to change the Chicago Bulls to something else.
Yeah,
the Chicago
anything with animal names. You can't even call it meat curtains anymore.
I was wondering why all the cows were crying that live across the street from me.
They're upset.
I thought maybe because they were getting slaughtered.
No.
But it's because of the bullpen. They were watching
Major League Baseball.
and it gets ramped up during the playoffs too.
That
really.
son of a bitch, Abner Doubleday, named us in 1876.
Although I think it's terrible. I think it's a stupid thing to waste your time on. I think the arm barn is kind of funny.
It is
personally,
actually kind of funny.
So
I think teams should have some fun with that. They
Oh,
really
yeah,
should.
yeah.
Yeah, they're warming up in the arm barn.
And then they have like a big bull in the picture or something. Get your steak here. Like win a free steak if you pitch, figure out something.
Wow.
It'd be awesome in the arm barn.
Time well spent.
Yeah. So branding Lower Floor Fellas for at least the rest of the night.
Oh man, you should have set up the Bull Durham thing with you hit the bull, guy gets a free steak.
I guess we shouldn't have said branding.
Good call.
Yeah, what environmental branding? All these marketing firms should not use that terminology anymore.
A new job for Eric.
Yeah,
Next.
Branding.
next to selling stickers.
PETA
I
branding.
guess. I heard I sell stickers. I had no idea. I had no idea.
You were at a sticker convention last week. That's what we
A
told
sticker
us.
convention.
Yeah.
I like
Pasties,
the
right? You sell
scratch and sniff.
Yeah.
Were we doing the voices
Wait.
last week or something?
I don't remember. He said he was at a sticker convention. That's like 2 weeks ago.
Scratch and sniff. No, that was last week.
We did the show Thursday last week.
Yeah.
No,
Tuesday.
No.
Tuesday. Yeah.
The Thursday.
I'm pretty sure I was in
yeah, you were
Cleveland
gone
last
too.
week,
Yeah,
yeah.
you were in Cleveland.
Yeah, a
too,
few weeks ago, I did the one where him and Logan killed a hooker on the golf course.
Yeah. That was 2
No
weeks ago.
shit.
Yeah.
That really happened.
Yeah.
No, it really happened. I mean, sorry.
So yeah, on tonight's episode or this week's episode of the Lower Floor Fellas, we'll be talking about the NBA preview made of the season, talk a little about that. Also, good, bad, the ugly, NFL preview and review. Our picks we'll do also, and the top 3, bottom 3, which I talked about last week. I'll do a top 3 and bottom 3 this week for the NFL. You'll find out.
Oh,
It's
okay, wait.
easy. Top 3, bottom 3 for the NFL. Self-explanatory, pretty much.
It's a new thing.
It's a new thing.
I feel like I'm in training.
So you're used to that.
Yeah, exactly. That's great. Jesus Christ. Jace, get off your phone.
Anyway, let's start off with our live. Our Jace, are you ready for this?
Oh, I'm born ready.
So let's go with our live version of what was this?
Jace's Sports Minute.
Jace's Sportsman. The Sportsman.
Are you sure, we
gonna
could say that?
I don't know.
Oh,
Sports
it's most
minute?
definitely going to be over a minute, but
Okay.
That's what she said.
Wow. I think she said under.
She got a D2.
Yeah. Go ahead, Jace. What do we got this week for the Sports Minute?
going over to recap today's trades that were made. Chiefs trade for Laurent Duvernay-Tardif, and they send from the Jets. Dan Brown go to the Chiefs, and Charles Onuma goes to the 49ers from the Texans for a compensation pick, and Melvin Ingram to the Chiefs from the Steelers, and the Packers release linebacker Jalen Smith. And recapping the Von Miller trade, it's confirmed as his physical was approved today. Von Miller's a Ram, and they get 3rd and 4th picks from the Rams. Denver will also pay $9 million of his $9.7 million left on his contract. And getting on the darker side of the show, Monday morning at approximately 3:30 a.m., Henry Ruggs was involved in a serious accident, killing one person, and later was found to be under the influence and has been charged with DUI resulting in a murder. And the Blackhawks, they won. And Kane had a hat trick. And Ravens linebacker Malik Harrison was struck Sunday night by a stray bullet in his left calf at a gathering in Cleveland.
Oh.
The injury is considered to be non-life threatening, and no Deshaun Watson news really. Nothing ever went through on it, so he's staying put in Houston until the offseason. So he will either be in jail by the end of the season or on another team.
I don't know if he'll be in jail yet, but might be in a
somewhere.
He might be in a.
Do you think he's at the?
Might be on the jury.
Yeah. Do you think he's at the World Series game tonight? Deshaun's out there.
He's doing the tomahawk chop.
So yeah, the trade you talked about, Jace, the big one was Von Miller to the Rams, and the Melvin Ingram's a good trade for the Chiefs, another pass rusher. The Von Miller thing is the Rams just they're going all in. They're all in, man.
They're all
in.
in.
Credit. I mean, they understand the situation they're in. I guess. I mean, Stafford's older, and they also have they got Aaron Donald. They have the Jalen Ramsey. And they got a pretty good linebacking core there. They're a good team. It's interesting, and they have beat Tampa Bay already this year. So
I saw a good meme that after the Von Miller trade, it had a picture of Von Miller, it had Ramsey, Stafford, and it also had Aaron Donald in there. The picture said, "All this to beat a 44-year-old dude."
Uh-huh.
Yeah. And they had Brady sitting down, just chilling.
Avocado tequila.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So I like the trade. To Von Miller going there. I think that makes them obviously they were a contender before that. Now they are.
I'm guessing he's got 1 year left on his contract. This is his final year.
Von Miller was done.
So they ate $9 million.
Yeah, but to get a higher draft pick.
That's what you bought a draft pick for $9 million.
Yeah,
The Browns did a
it's
couple
not
years
that
ago.
bad.
Did the
Yeah,
same
you bought a 3 and a 4 for the.
Yeah, it's not a bad deal.
$9 million.
Yeah, pretty good deal.
Yeah, and it's already in your cap already, so it doesn't matter. You're going to lose it anyway. It doesn't matter. So
they're in a rebuild mode anyway. Broncos.
That's how baseball's been working, kind of that way.
Yeah. I just wished the NFL would facilitate trades better and make it more interesting and let teams get better. I just think teams are, and I guess they do. I mean, it's just teams what they want to give up in draft capital and what they want to do with their cap and how they want to use it. And I don't know. So, the poll question I had this week, we'll talk about that real quick, was who you want to see traded to your team or what your team should do, or any trade you want to see, not your team. The only one I saw on the site that was answered, because obviously it's a pretty in-depth sports question, was Steve Melky answered Cooks the Packers. That was one that and that was yesterday before nothing happened in Green Bay. Bigger trades. They had some different ones they did and stuff like that. In the past couple weeks they picked up guys, but so if you want to trade today, or even not even for the Packers or Lions or the Bears, if there's a trade out there you thought should have happened, then maybe it's like, yeah, it would have made sense and it could be for the Packers, Bears, Lions, obviously. But a trade that might have made sense, or you just say it is what it is. I mean, but if you could do a fantasy trade that is not way out there, not some crazy thing, but what would you like to see your team do, or some team out there should have done to get themselves better, to get themselves in position to get where they are and move forward? I don't know. What do you guys think?
Well, I mean, if NFL GMs only thought like fantasy football owners, that's the thing. I mean, devastating injury. Derrick Henry's out. I mean, probably out the rest of the season. They do say week 15 possibly. And we just talked about the Broncos rebuilding, right? I mean, they want draft picks. So why not trade Melvin Gordon? I mean, why can these two teams not get together and say, we'll give you a 3rd, 4th round pick or whatever for Melvin Gordon to come in and fill those shoes? It makes sense.
And they have Javonte Williams, so it's not like they're short on running back, which would have been great because I have a fantasy team with him on it.
Exactly.
It's the same thing with Marlon Mack, and there was
Melvin Gordon to Baltimore. Is that what you said? Baltimore?
No, I said
Tennessee?
to Tennessee.
Yeah,
That's what I meant to replace Derrick Henry.
Well, how about Baltimore too?
Yeah, well, Baltimore.
Yeah,
Yeah,
they're kind of they have a bunch of backs, but not one they can really depend on.
Yeah.
So Baltimore might have been might have been in the picture.
It's funny. A couple weeks ago, I heard that Baltimore had all the devastating injuries to start the season. They brought all these guys in, and Adam Schefter or somebody reported that there's been a ton of interest from other teams in trading for Baltimore's running backs.
Right.
Like, because they filled in the whole
Yeah.
gaps pretty good. I couldn't name one guy, but I mean, they got a couple guys that are running the ball pretty effectively.
Bell.
Le'Veon Bell,
Murray.
Devontae Freeman,
yeah.
and Latavius Murray.
Yeah.
They all scored in the
dudes
same
that have
weekend.
been around, you know. So
It was old home week in Baltimore that week.
Homecoming.
Homecoming, yeah.
exactly.
Yeah, but
so,
why in the NFL does a team like the Titans? Now they don't really even have a backup running back. He's injured as well.
Yeah.
So why do they not go out and get Marlon Mack or Melvin Gordon? It makes no sense to me.
yeah, that's
This all
That's
It's,
what I
it's
think.
so easy. They could have probably done it for a 7th round pick.
It's all about close to the vest trades and stuff like that. And they don't want to trade picks away. Nobody wants to trade picks. And most guys, I mean, and we were talking about Melvin
Unless
Gordon.
you're the Rams.
Yeah, and they're
the
I'd be
Patriots
interested to see-
too. Patriots will trade picks.
you got to feel like you're really, really close. You got to feel like you're right there
Yeah,
in order to,
to
trade
give
those
away.
picks.
I mean, when you're talking about guys like Melvin Gordon and guys like that, they're going to want 3, 4. They're going to want higher picks that are value picks in a draft. And
Yeah,
the value picks aren't just because the guy, but the value pick in it is because the cost those guys cost you to make your team.
Mhm.
If you have a 4th, 5th round guy make your team and he's a legit starter at some position, and usually that's an offensive lineman, possibly something. They're super cheap for 4 years. I mean, that's a huge thing where you're trading away 2 of those picks possibly to get Melvin Gordon, which
Would you trade a 5th straight up for Melvin Gordon?
definitely. But I think the Denver wanted more. If that was even in I don't think they give a 5th round pick.
Well, what
for that.
about say Marlon Mack from Indy, who's just sitting on the bench essentially, was the number 1 2 years or even starting last year,
Yeah, Mac would only get, like you said,
like a 6 or a 7
6,
maybe.
maybe a 5th.
Why
if you're
wouldn't
really
they do
greedy.
that for a?
They just want those picks, man. These guys,
And all
everyone,
those picks suck.
we say this all the time. Everybody wants to be a genius.
Yeah.
Everybody wants to pick the next Tom Brady.
It's
And guess how many times that happens? That doesn't
Yeah.
happen. People think that these GM, like everybody talks about the teams like even like the Packers and New England, teams like that. They really don't draft that. They draft good, but they don't have
Nah.
a bunch of guys that are sitting there going, "Oh my God, they have 85 guys." They don't. I mean, look,
They
look
got
at,
a bunch of guys in the 7th round that are awesome.
look at Tampa. Tampa's the same way. They got their whole defense is almost a draft.
Mhm.
Yeah, but
I
they're
mean,
all
yeah,
high
true.
rounds. Though.
No, they were 3 through 6 of those guys. That was a built team. I mean, it doesn't matter. It's
They're
still
garbage.
but it's still a draft.
Those picks are
I don't-
garbage. Would you rather have Marlon Mack or a 6th round pick right now if you're a team without a running back?
Well, the 6th round pick right now, Chicago's Khalil Herbert.
Yeah,
So I mean,
No.
I'm not being funny. This is what
but they don't have
but this
Khalil
is what-
Herbert
this
right
is what
now.
they all think, though. They all
Well,
think, well, next year we'll get that guy.
we'll get
That's the
Khalil Herbert
problem.
to sit on the bench behind
But-
Derrick Henry.
But they're all
It's-
like that. These guys are all going to be a smartest guy in the room. They really do.
I know.
That's and
It's
you
bad.
you saw it last Thursday night once in the Packer game. You're at the half-yard line. I think we talked about this. The half-yard line. AJ Dillon should get the ball twice and be done with it. I don't. And after the game, you get this. Matt LaFleur is the greatest coach. I go, huh? He almost blew the game. It was if AJ Green wasn't a moron, they would have lost. I mean, how don't you get the ball? Even Aaron Jones or just Aaron Rodgers sneaks it.
Well, the Packer fans never said that LaFleur was a genius after that game. I heard 50 guys go.
Yeah, well, you heard that from my Facebook. It was the greatest game he ever
well,
coached.
even the-
I don't
Blah,
go
blah,
on
blah.
social media
Yeah.
because it's a bunch of morons.
But even the national people were saying that, you know.
He did a good job. Yeah.
Exactly.
It was his coming out part. I'm like, we just saw the same
well,
game.
that's
He calls a play right before that happened that was so confusing for all the new guys that they had to take a delay a game and lose 5 yards.
Yeah.
That's why it was AJ Dillon every time. And everybody I talked to outside of the social media and stuff said that they were saying the same thing watching the game going, why isn't AJ Dillon getting the ball?
I
right
agree. Yeah, I totally
When
agree.
I went
now?
to
They ran
work
for 150 yards on the ground that night.
Yeah.
when I went to work the next day, at least a dozen guys were like, "Oh man, it would have been a lot easier game if they would have just ran AJ Dillon."
You know who that, and he did it a lot, and I agree. But you know who that was totally exactly who would have done that when he was a Packer coach? Mike McCarthy. That's exactly what Mike McCarthy would have done. Exactly, he would have done the same thing.
It's peer pressure from
Yes,
above with Rodgers.
again,
Well, I know, because the first play, who knows what the play was? They didn't know. Maybe
Yeah.
it was run play. We don't know. Maybe it was just too fancy. But if it was run play, they wouldn't have worried about getting guys set and just handed the ball off. So I'm guessing it was a pass. I could be wrong.
Mhm.
But then they ran it on third down when they lost to 5 yards. I thought, right?
That was the botch. There was a botched play where Rodgers had to scramble back and he took a sack, right?
No, he got the 5 yards, and maybe he scrambled and got down to like the 2. or
Oh yeah,
one.
he scrambled and came back
Yeah,
and got it down. Yes,
Almost
yes.
scored. He almost scored.
Exactly.
But yeah, I gave him credit because went head first into it. I'm like, oh, he's and he just got stopped like short.
Yeah.
And once again, he was like this far again, and they run a rollout.
So first down was the touchdown that got overturned.
Yeah.
And then second down, you're saying it was a passing play.
I think they passed 3 times.
Second down was no, because the second down play was when he was down. It wasn't first
Oh,
down.
okay.
Yeah. And then second down, and then
Third
third
down,
down
he
was
got-
the penalty.
He got
Because they went for it on fourth down, right? Oh, yeah, he did. 'Cause
Yeah.
He got knocked down. Yeah.
Yeah, he got
Which was
knocked
the right call. They should have gone for it on fourth down because
Well,
only up by 3, you still
typically you do on
no,
fourth.
no, I
in
agree
that
because
situation.
if a field goal would if you get only a field goal there, I think it would only been up by 6 and they could have lost. They could have lost, so they just went for the touchdown. They were trying to finish the game, which I agree.
Well,
You're on the road, finish the game off. I agree.
I have something that relates to this. Can I do my trade?
Yeah. Oh yeah, that's right. Go ahead.
I would trade John Gruden to the Bears for Nagy and a kicking tee. That's my fantasy trade. He'd fit in Chicago. It's a tough, hard-nosed town. Not like that.
They'd forgive him.
Not
too.
like that pansy ass
They wouldn't care.
Vegas.
Yeah.
They like tough guys there.
Yeah. Well,
They had a coach there that said some pretty racy things before back in the past.
yeah. Any trade you'd think about seeing, Willie?
I would get rid of half their team just for more draft picks.
Lions?
Yeah. At this point right now. I mean,
who would you be keeping? Well, let's put it this way. Who would you be building around right now on that Lions team?
I think, the running game looks pretty good right now.
I agree.
Sewell stays.
And Sewell stays.
Obviously.
Defense, it's really hard to
You got
say.
like Hawkinson too. I mean,
Oh, yeah. Yeah. I mean, they got a good, but apparently, just like every other team out here, that you need a line.
yeah, or two.
It helps. Yeah.
But Hawkinson is at that point too, where he's becoming
He might be worth something.
He's
now.
gonna be a contract coming up, and the Lions gonna be prepared to pay him a bunch of money. Are they gonna be ready to win with him in the lineup? And I don't know.
You're years away if you don't have the guys in the trenches.
Yeah,
that's the
right.
thing.
And I think, just draft from, tight end you again. Just go to Iowa and get a tight end. I think tight ends are a lot easier to find. I mean, it seems like there's a bunch of good ones out there right now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
if you guys aren't drafting offensive line in the first round next year with the first pick or second or third pick, whatever you're going to have,
right. Trade away and get a couple more.
Yeah, these guys-
third
well,
round,
I
fourth round picks.
bet the Lions go if depends on the draft unfolds what happens with them. They're going to go with the best defensive player, a defensive tackle, defensive end.
Yeah.
That's what
They have to.
I think you're right.
That's what they will do, I believe. Or it depends what skill position there. I mean, not to be funny, this isn't a joke, but there's a bunch of good receivers in this draft. Oh, no, it's like
Is Matt Millen
It's not
there
like this
still, or-
last year or 2 years ago where a bunch of receivers up to top to bottom was in. This is more of a there's 2 or 3 really good ones out there. And the kid from USC is the best.
Yeah.
But that's once again that goes to the point. Well, if we get this receiver now, will he be here in 4 years? With 4 years, can we complete this deal? That's why I look at it kind of when you look at these players.
And the receiver thing is kind of turned in. I keep saying this to the running back thing. There's so many receivers coming out now.
Yeah.
Is it worth it to spend all that money on receivers? Maybe to have a Devontae Adams, but all your other guys are just keep drafting them and.
Yeah, but they're rookie. I mean, like I said, you take him high as a rookie still.
Yeah,
and
you do it. It's got to be a timing thing. You
It's a
do it. You do
exactly.
it once you know you have the core.
Yeah.
That's. I mean, isn't that how you would build a team? Make
Yeah, I
sure
don't
you
think
have the
you'd wanna
guys.
build around a receiver.
Well, did the Bengals do it right? I mean, I thought they should have to Sewell, but they got Jamar Chase and they're playing pretty well. I mean, this weekend was kind of a
Chase
dud,
is
but
pretty special.
Chase is
Yeah.
playing well. They were right. I was way off. I didn't think they should have took.
There's
him. They did.
always an
I mean,
anomaly. There's always some guy that.
But I mean,
just
maybe
But
they're
the-
right. Maybe they knew something we didn't know. When
but
they
the
took him,
Bengals-
we're ready. We can win. If you get this guy, he's going to help our offense be that much better.
Yeah.
And win these, and he has.
But the Bengals are a lot farther along than the Lions too.
yeah.
Good defense
Yeah,
and
and they don't have Joe Burrow, which Joe Burrow is becoming a pretty good quarterback.
Solid, yeah.
So we'll get to the NFL in a bit. Let's do our good, bad, and the ugly real quick. I forgot the one thing I'll mention. I don't understand why the Bears didn't trade Allen Robinson. I have no idea. That's still a puzzle. And Akeem Hicks should have been traded also. It's last year in contract. Allen Robinson is basically checked out in Chicago, but it is what it is. So, yes, Chase.
Okay, so sort of another thing for you guys, but so there's some stuff going on in Cleveland with Odell Beckham and his father being a nut.
Well, let's do the good, bad, and ugly first.
I was just gonna go off of that and
because I have
Okay.
That's one of my things.
Oh,
Aha. You never listen to the show, do you? He
I do.
says everything.
So let's start. Let's start with the good first tonight. You guys. Let's do uglies. I like working up to the good. Let's finish on a high note. Oh, that's my. What? Oh, okay.
Is Siri joining us tonight?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So let's start.
Scott's cholesterol's
who
off the
says hello?
charts.
Hello is Gamer Tech Tips.
Hello.
Is that hello?
All right. Hello.
Is it me you're looking for?
Wow.
Oh, they
That
just
was
left.
beautiful.
They just
Yeah, baby.
Goodbye.
that was a good video with the blind girl.
Yeah, she was
That's
cute.
awesome.
Yeah, she was.
It was like weren't they?
Way out of
Messing with
Lionel
clay?
Rich. Yeah, they were
Yeah,
doing
like
the clay, the
Ghost.
artist class, and then she's touching his face.
He's got a great face.
Yeah, he's got.
I like Lionel Richie.
Hell yeah.
I'm a fan.
Who
of him.
doesn't?
I like seeing him. My parents did a while back. I like seeing him in concert. He'd be
Yeah,
cool.
he's a
Seems
brick.
Fun. How?
If you
So
don't,
good-
if
so
you don't
good
like
shape,
if you don't like Lionel Richie, I will fight you.
the Commodores. Ugly first. Ed, what's your ugly?
The Lions. They
Mm.
gave up 44 points, and Jalen Hurts didn't even throw a touchdown in that game. I don't know where all those points came from. It was ugly. Every time I looked at that score, it was like 2 more touchdowns happened.
Yeah.
Because I got Swift, I've got Hawkinson. I kind of like that offensive team, but every time I look, I'm like, holy shit.
My ugly is my 2 fantasy football teams now that I lost Derrick Henry in both.
Yikes.
I'm scrambling.
Yeah, Derrick Henry. We didn't talk about that. Suffered a foot fracture this week, and it's not a great one. So he's going to be out. They say possibly 6 to 10 weeks. They
6
said.
to 10 weeks. He can return in week 15, which would be
15.
6 weeks, but that is most unlikely for someone of his size and stature. So it'll most likely be 10 weeks or possibly even longer, they said.
It doesn't. It doesn't play out well for
I'm gonna bet
fantasy
he
football
don't
either.
come back.
They
Just
would-
Why
that's
would you?
It's on his outside of his foot. It's the cutting and
They
planting.
would have to basically be in the championship game for him to come back. So
You never
it's
know.
possible,
Weird things
but
have happened. They got
it'll
Adrian
be
Peterson
gone.
now. So
Oh, yeah.
Well, that's because he's never committed any bad crimes. So the NFL, they put him up on a pedestal.
Unless it involves a stick.
Yeah.
And whipping testicles. Yeah.
It was called a switch.
switch. Yeah.
Yeah, get your facts straight 1 minute.
Any ugly Willie?
Well, Ed stole mine, but that's all right. We don't get together and talk about it. But it truly was an ugly loss. And the other thing was, it looked like some of the players had kind of quit on this team already. And that's the ugly part of it to me. But I think in that game, I do recall, I think Goff got benched. And he called him out a couple of weeks ago saying this guy's got to start making some throws. And, at least try to make the throws or,
He's not. He doesn't have many guys to throw
well,
to.
that's the
problem.
thing is then he get the monkey off his back if he keeps throwing at these guys and they keep dropping the ball and hitting their hands. But you got to make the throws to see if they're any good or not. I don't know. So ugly.
They should have picked Jamar Chase.
Yeah, I think the shine of Dan Campbell is kind of not shiny anymore. But
You can't give.
you work whether you work whether you get it.
Yeah,
I
he
guess.
doesn't have
He's
much
trying,
to work
man.
with.
He's trying.
Okay. How about my ugly is Odell Beckham and his dad today posting videos of every time that Baker Mayfield didn't see him and basically accused Baker Mayfield of basically either doesn't see him or he's just not throwing to my son. He doesn't like him or something. And I'm going to tell you right now, I'm guessing in the NFL, when the guy's open, I'm throwing it to him. And I'm going to bet plays are called for Beckham. He doesn't get open at those times. And that's I don't know what's happening. I don't know. But Beckham he was that flash in a pan receiver, and he is not that guy anymore. He's the third best on his team right now. And that's just by numbers and how he is. I don't get it. I just don't understand how people hop in. And I bet you if that stuff would have came out yesterday, I bet he would have got traded today. But I think it came out so late in the day today that was just so hard. And then again, who wants to trade for him?
Now does Beckham? This will show if he's a man or not if he apologizes to the team for his dad's behavior.
I bet he doesn't.
No, he's probably a piece of shit.
Yeah, I bet that he will not apologize. And then again, he probably would have got traded because what team would want that anyway at this point?
Yeah, answer.
Well, it was his quarterback that was the problem in the last place he was too.
Oh yeah, it was Eli's fault.
Yeah.
Probably maybe a Hall of Famer, maybe two-time Super Bowl champion.
Yeah.
Eli Manning was
Beating
was
Tom
his-
Brady.
No, there's too much in there
No.
already.
I'm saying just beating Tom Brady.
Oh,
Oh yeah.
Mhm.
Oh, do you?
Well, could he be released? That's another thing
I
that
don't
they
know.
were talking about. Could he get
Yeah,
released if it just keeps getting worse? And
Yeah, if he becomes a
if Odell-
sideshow, they're a playoff team.
if
Deshaun-
Odell Beckham turns into sort of Allen Robinson-esque,
Deshaun Jackson got
Allen
released
Robinson's
today.
not that bad.
I know, but I'm just saying, could there be well, and here's the other thing too. Does a team pick him up? Like,
Oh, he'll get picked
like
up
the
if he gets
Rams
waived.
or
No,
yeah.
he'll get picked up if he gets waived and makes it through waivers because
Mhm.
then it's just a contract signing. He'll get picked up by somebody then for sure.
Yeah, they don't have
Because he
to
hasn't
pay him.
did. Let's be honest, he didn't post it.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's the first thing, but obviously, and I don't know if it's still up, got taken down, whatever. But I don't know. I just think that it's not good. But yeah, if he gets waived and passes through waivers, he will get picked up. There's no way he doesn't.
Yeah, Ryan Miller agrees that why wouldn't you throw to a guy to win a game?
Oh yeah, he don't want to win.
That was
Baker.
the old. I always laughed about the old. They just don't want a black quarterback on their team. It's like, yeah, they'd hate to win a Super Bowl.
Yeah,
it's like it doesn't make any sense.
Yeah.
Would you take him on the Bears?
No, not now. They don't need that.
So
That won't help him.
another guy that was complaining a little bit this week did get cut today. Deshaun Jackson
Yes,
got
he
cut
got
today by
cut
the
today, yeah.
Rams.
They
Yeah.
told him to look for a trade, though. I
Yeah.
don't know if you saw that earlier in the week. They told Deshaun.
He must
find a
not have looked
trade.
that hard because he got cut today. So
He'll get picked
He's
up.
an old
I think
man.
they did
Yeah.
it. I think they were doing him a favor, to be honest with you.
There you go, Green Bay.
Yeah.
Deep threat, runs the field.
Nathan
They-
Peterman got
they
cut
could-
too.
They could
If
use
it's-
somebody
if
to
it's
stretch
not
the
mu- if
field.
it's- yeah, if it's not much of a
I'm
risk.
going to ask you. Well, I
Yeah,
know
it'll be cheap.
Yeah.
we haven't got to the Bears yet, but you think that's one of their problems that they have no deep
Yeah.
threat?
That's a problem.
It's huge because they can put 12 guys in the box. It seems, or
I
13.
I still think this goes way higher than Matt Nagy. I really do. People don't understand. This is this isn't a good roster, and the offense actually. Well, Nagy wasn't there, but the offense didn't play too bad on Sunday.
Mm.
Their defense was atrocious, and they were missing Mac, and Akeem Hicks was playing on a
And
bad groin.
Eddie Jackson went down right away.
Eddie Jackson got hurt early, and I get it, but I mean, it was bad. But anyway,
Okay, so you agree with me there that they need somebody to stretch the field.
yeah, but
you
right
have to
now-
on a running
right now,
team.
and Mooney is that guy, but you need the possession guy. You need to have the right mix of guys. You
Yeah,
really do.
I agree.
You need to have the right mix and the right situation. It's just you got a rookie quarterback that's learning. He's still doing good things. He did this last week. He actually did more good than bad, but he still did some things that was like, that's a bad play. It is what it is.
Yeah.
You got an ugly Jake? Oh, you got an ugly at all?
Yeah, the Raiders. They're just going downhill.
Wow.
Just John Gruden 1 week, Henry Ruggs this week. Who's next? Derek Carr?
Jeez.
Wow.
Jacobs got a DUI to start the year.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, so I don't know. I feel like this hurts him now.
I got a little reverse on my ugly.
Ooh.
Okay. So, I mean, I didn't want to copy Ed's, but you know how, as your coach you always say, it's really tough to learn how to lose. Well, for some teams, it's really tough to learn how to win.
Oh, winning's hard.
And that would be the Michigan State football team. Their fans, they burned couches, benches, they overturned cars. They beat Michigan. They beat them 10 out of the last 14 years. So
Mel Tucker is 2-0 against the Michigan Wolverines.
Right.
Mel Tucker's terrible. He was the Bears D coordinator for a couple years, and he was god awful.
and that guy's going to probably be going to LSU, I think.
And he'll be the Big Ten coach of the year, possibly.
Absolutely.
Good chance.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So to me,
They didn't learn
my
how to
ugly
win.
is the Michigan State
Fans.
Spartans.
Act like you've been there.
fans.
Is that what you're
Act like
saying?
you've been
Yeah.
there, for Pete's sake.
I'll add that to my ugly. That is, and I always look at Jim Harbaugh. I think he's a good coach. I really do. This may be the game that actually gets him fired. Not because they lost, but we being up by 16 at one point in that game.
Yes.
I don't care if it was at halftime or not. And then you let a guy run for 5 touchdowns against you and 200 yards. That's just not. And I know he's the offensive mind, but you still got to fix. And they were a great defense going to that game.
Yes,
They were very good.
I
Very
felt like
good.
they were a good team this year. I mean,
I actually thought they were going to go undefeated, possibly. I
This-
really did.
yeah.
Or at least get to the Ohio State game.
Jim Harbaugh is 3-9 against Michigan State and Ohio State, and he actually has 3 wins against Michigan State.
So let's go to the.
But I have a feeling. Seriously, mark my words. I have a feeling they're going to beat Ohio State this year.
And that could have put him right back in the driver's seat.
They're definitely due.
Yeah, yeah.
Braves
the
are up
how about-
3-0 now.
Are they? Oh,
Yeah.
nice. How about the bad?
Goes to me.
Yeah.
We've talked about this 5 times. Derrick Henry. That's bad.
Yeah, it sucks.
I'll be really short and sweet here. My bad is Oktoberfest beer.
You don't like this beer either?
No, just
Any bad, Jay?
no Oktoberfest beer. This is Coors Light.
Any bad,
Is
Jace?
it really?
That's way better than Oktoberfest beer.
Mine's
Just
got some-
that
nice
one's good.
Bears O line.
That's good.
Oh, there you go.
And just, I guess it did okay last week, but it's still
I'd
just
say their
is,
D line, but
yeah, their defense. What? I don't know. Probably their defense last week for sure. Just giving up 14 points in the last quarter to a team that has scored a touchdown on you for 5 years. That's pretty bad.
we got a Ryan Miller said Soler hit another home run out of the stadium. It said,
Wow.
Willie, bad.
Bad was Michigan lost to Michigan State. I mean, for me, that's what it was. So
My bad is kind of a weird thing. It's just the overall NFL, from officiating to possibly just how watered down this league has become. It really has. It's not, and it's watered down. Obviously, there's bad teams, but if you can name. There's not one team you can name right now. You can, and we're all watching enough football that could go. You can name a team, and nobody could say there's no way they can win the Super Bowl right now. There's probably 7 of those teams, 8, possibly 8 teams right now that go win the Super Bowl. And that's great for fans, but it's just so weird. And then injuries are getting just. They're not practicing enough, not doing this stuff, getting in games, non-contact stuff. Just that's all how the league's been built to just basically just go play games on Sunday, and guess what happens? You get hurt.
Yeah.
Well, there's like a ton of stars out.
Yeah.
A ton of star players.
Yeah.
I texted you that the other
So
day.
yeah, the NFL is just getting kind of. I mean, and it's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah.
That's just how it ends up. But just crazy how the NFL just got so just weird. It's just a weird.
Well, and
league.
you're right about we have very little training camp and very little practice and very little shoulder pads practices and stuff like that. And since we started doing all that, there's been so many more injuries, and it's a lot of the big names.
Mm-hmm.
And it does take away from this is Saquon Barkley nonstop, and McCaffrey and all these guys. It takes a little bit away. You don't have the star power then that you do with
no.
I don't know if that's good or bad.
I don't. But
Yeah,
it's weird.
mean,
The league's just weird.
It's weird.
It's
That's
weird. It's a weird.
we should have the good.
You don't have.
That's
You don't,
weird.
You don't have anything that's. You don't have the first. Sure that
he's going to throw.
Brady's going to be successful. The one thing that's for certain.
That's not for sure. But
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I'm done doubting him.
Yeah.
I'll tell you that. I mean,
Are we down?
who's the Super Bowl favorite? I'm just going to say Tom Brady. I don't know what team he plays for anymore, but I'm going to say Tom Brady. I think is he on the Jets? I mean,
That'd be
you know,
awesome.
and that's. I mean, we're going to have this question for the next 5 until he's like 51 or whatever. But
He's going to be kicking field goals like Lou Groza at 50.
Okay, so
George
What do we,
Landa.
we're still. This has been like an hour long.
the good now.
The good.
Yep.
short.
Got to keep harping on this, but Kenneth Walker, the third, Michigan State's running back, 5 touchdowns, and some
5 times.
5, and there were like 3 of them were legit long runs.
It's either good or Michigan sucks.
No, I just
He was
no,
good.
I don't think they saw.
He's good.
bad
good.
Bad day for Michigan. It's bad bad fourth quarter.
Dolphins not trading for Deshaun Watson. I mean, there's some massage parlors in Florida. Just ask Robert. That's a good thing. Good for the state.
Good.
Winning football now, and they just beat the number 9 out of Iowa.
Best defense in the country.
That's defense, but who they play? Yeah, that's crazy. Although that one dude linebacker's a monster.
There's some.
It's
on that
crazy.
team.
Yeah.
I heard. I haven't been able to watch them much, but
Willie, you're good.
It's over the Bengals because it knocked 15 people out of
Yeah.
oh,
that was
15 people. Holy
it's
shit.
like that. I think it was like
Good amount. It was a
Yeah.
good amount.
That's
it was
awesome.
a crap load.
My good is the Rams getting Von. I think that makes them a good. That makes them good. I mean,
Super.
they were contenders before. I mean, injury is going to happen to people, but see, when you get a guy like the rest of it, you still got he's there to help out if someone doesn't get her. And they still got Leonard Floyd there, and but I mean, he may perk up a little bit again. Who knows? So we will see. That defense is good, and the offense, Cooper Kupp, and the rest of the guys and Stafford. So what's next on the lower floor, fellas? Let me see here.
College football.
Yeah. Oh well, yeah. I got the college rankings out. Yeah, the college rankings are, and their first official CFB poll came out today. And the top 4 are Georgia, Alabama, Michigan State is 3, and Oregon is 4. Ohio State's 5, Cincinnati 6, Michigan 7, Oklahoma 8, Wake Forest 9, Notre Dame 10, and that rounds out the top 10. Wisconsin jumped in at in the 21st spot in the opening poll. So I don't.
Is Ohio State playing Michigan State coming up?
No, they don't play them. They only play them if they play in the championship game, right?
No, they're in the same,
the same
side.
conference. That's what they got.
The damn East is so
yeah.
yeah.
And Michigan and Michigan State will both play.
Nebraska's going to sneak it.
So
and believe it or not, the West looks really good for Wisconsin right now, which
could
is scary.
Wisconsin could be in the Big Ten.
Oh, hell yeah!
If they win out, they will be.
Yeah, if they win out, they're in.
What about Cincinnati about this?
Cincinnati being 6, I mean,
they're in a hole and they're gonna get out of that one.
They have their one big win against Notre Dame,
yeah,
which is they're the number 10 team, but they play in the conference. But I mean, I don't know. I mean, I'm a firm believer of if you're there, you're there. Cincinnati is a good team, but who knows? Are they the same as the one year? Who was that team that got in the top 4? Was it Hawaii that one year? Colt Brennan's team.
No, Washington.
No, it was years ago. I think it was Hawaii or someone.
Yeah,
got
it would have been Hawaii.
You've had
was
those
the top
teams.
4 playoff team, and
June Jones.
They just got the. I can't remember if it was them, but some team got in. They just got rolled out of the stadium.
Yeah,
rolled like Alabama or something. It was just ridiculous.
But Cincinnati's now done.
But Alabama's
done
rolled
this.
a lot of people. I guess I shouldn't say.
Yeah, but
that.
TCU did it for a while too. They were the.
Yeah.
Remember they were.
Yeah,
coming
and
beating
they
big
were
teams.
in a well. I think they were in one of the Final 4, I believe.
Yeah.
But I mean, Oregon's
I think
4,
got
and they
killed, too.
lost to who? Stanford. Oregon did.
Yes.
That and they lost to. Didn't they?
No, they're 7-1.
UCLA. No, they got one.
Maybe
one
they lost to UCLA.
No, they lost to Stanford because it was.
And Stanford's not even.
Yeah.
You're giving. They're number 4, and they're not even a ranked team. I mean, so
Sure.
it's kind of weird. And Ohio State, who'd they lose to this year? Oh, they lost to Oregon. So
yeah.
Oregon is ahead of them, which is correct if they're going to do it. So I don't know. This will all work itself out because obviously Michigan State, I think, still has to play Ohio State. If we're correct on that.
Michigan State, you said doesn't.
No, they do because they're in the same conference. I forgot.
Yeah.
They're all on the same side.
And
so they must still play each other.
And Michigan's not out of this. I mean, really, where are they ranked?
Ryan Miller's asking where is Parkside ranked? Are they still undefeated?
They're right behind the Texas State Armadillos.
Oh yeah, with Catherine Ireland.
Yeah, she can kick.
Yeah, she can kick it.
Yeah.
So I don't know. Right now, Georgia's just really good.
Yeah, Georgia's great.
Georgia was up
Yeah.
3-0 with 2:15 left in the first half. Interception, 1 play touchdown, fumble, 1 play touchdown, another touchdown, 24-3 at halftime. So you blink for a second, their defense is not getting scored on.
Yeah.
It's insane. It's crazy.
Ohio State plays Michigan State on November 20th, and then next week,
Right.
the week after that, they head to Michigan.
That's why I was
at
gonna
Michigan too.
Here's my reasoning for that when I asked that is they're going to put that Michigan State up ahead of them so they get a high ranking because if Ohio State beats them, then Ohio State's going to jump into there.
And I don't know that I guess that, but I that's fine because
or Michigan State's going to move
when this
up,
comes
so
out,
they get a Big Ten team there.
And this is like a computer ranking thing where they put it all into a thing and it all figures it out, I guess. But I guess it just kind of figure itself out. If Michigan State wins, they should be up there. If they lose and Ohio State's going to they're going to drop down out of the top 4. Or what is this? What is the playoff format this year? I don't even know. Is there 8?
It's undecided.
Jesus.
It could be 8. They said, but
I thought it was still
going to
be 4.
It's still 4.
They said it could
It's
be
still
8.
Yeah, they
no,
can't
this
do
year, but
that.
they're changing it next year.
Next year,
they were
possibly.
Oh, okay, yeah, it's 4
This year it's 4.
Yeah.
And there will be a Big Ten team in.
There has to be.
There will be. Absolutely. Of course.
It'll
It
be
has to
Ohio
be.
State or Michigan State.
Or Michigan even. Michigan is still
if
alive.
Ohio State beats Michigan State.
Yeah.
And then Michigan beats Ohio State. Then you can see that happen.
I mean, the only thing that throws a wrench in the whole thing is if for some crazy reason Wisconsin does win out and then they win the Big Ten championship. Now, I'm eating too many gummies, but
they won't be in the top 4. No,
then they probably won't be in.
No way.
Yeah,
There's
because they have
no way.
3 losses.
Even if they win out, win the Big Ten, they won't be in.
Yeah,
But
that's what I'm saying. It's 3 losses.
Who they lose to this year?
Everybody.
Well, they lost to Penn State. They lost to Notre Dame
And Parkside.
And they lost. All 3 of their losses are legit teams. They lost to Penn State, Notre Dame, and
well, Penn State's not in the top 25. So,
but they were. You know, I mean, who was the other team they lost?
Yeah, the
to?
only way the Big Ten doesn't see a top 4 team is if Wisconsin wins the Big Ten.
but the big picture is Penn State not winning makes the Badgers' loss look even worse.
Worse. Yep.
Oh, Michigan. They lost to Michigan.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
Michigan.
Yeah.
And on all those games, they got beat up pretty good.
Yeah, I mean,
So
they
it
were-
wasn't like
no.
they
The
were-
Penn State game was close.
Oh, okay.
That was the first game of the year. That was a close game.
Oh yeah, but the
Yep.
Michigan and
Notre Dame kicked their ass in the fourth quarter. They were actually close to them,
and
and then
Michigan.
Michigan beat them up
Yeah,
good.
yeah. But
Yeah,
whatever.
Michigan whooped them.
So yeah, so that's the first CFP rankings. So that's the first one out. So I guess we'll see what goes on next. What was I gonna say?
Or go to commercial break.
Yeah.
Yeah, you want to?
You're listening to the Basement Benchwarmers podcast. Check us out on Facebook at Basement Benchwarmers, also on Instagram at Basement Benchwarmers, and on Twitter at Base Benchwarmers, and our email is basementbenchwarmers@gmail.com.
Okay, so real quick, one more where Eric's getting the beer of the week. We talked about this before, but Scottie Pippen again just came out a couple hours ago. He slams Michael Jordan in an upcoming memoir because he tells Michael Jordan to him in The Last Dance was nothing more than a prop. I don't know what that means. I have no idea. He's in the top 75 all time because of Michael Jordan. If you don't believe that, you're nuts. So I don't get this whole thing about have to be just, it is what it is. I mean, I don't know. And if he didn't like it, why did he agree to be interviewed for the Last Dance anyway? I don't understand. So that's just out there. I know we talked about it before, but it's just weird. It's
I watched a sports documentary last night, and it was the Iron Sheik, the wrestler.
Okay.
About all his, drug problems and how he was the champ, so he created Hulk Hogan essentially so he could get the title from Bob Backlund,
Yeah.
and then he got right after that busted for cocaine but it was going through his life and everything. But you should read some of his tweets. He's like tweeting all the time because he's insane. Dude, they're awesome. Some of them are great, but it was a good sports documentary.
Yeah.
Well, Scottie Pippen can calm down because Man in the Arena starts November 16th. So that's Tom Brady's 10-part documentary.
Oh,
so
that's gonna be interesting.
that'll turn everybody's heads.
John Gruden also, there's a potential talk of a lawsuit against the NFL might be going on. So
Yeah,
we'll
I
see
could
what
see
happens.
that.
Yeah, we'll see what happens with that. So let's move on to are you ready, Eric?
Yeah, you start the music if you want.
Start it.
This yours or Scott?
Are you guys gonna do hot sauce too?
That's mine.
Yeah, after this. Oh, should we do the hot sauce before the beer?
Well, probably try the beer before your mouth's burning.
I don't want our palates to be completely dead. I want to taste this thing. So
We can go get some more water.
Fill her up.
I like beer cause it is good. I drink beer because I should. If there was a song to sing, I sing it and beer you bring. I drink beer when I am sad, cause the beer it makes me glad. Now there's nothing left to say, so let's go drink beer. Beer is good! Beer is good! Beer is good!
well, beer is definitely good, as I always say, and it's now November. The calendar has turned, and the frost is definitely on the pumpkin. So throw those damn things out and throw your flannel shirt on and grow a mustache, I guess. So I'm declaring November Stout Month. So one of my favorite varieties of beers, barrel aged, flavored. And maybe we'll even throw in some really rich Russian Imperial stouts that would put hair back on Putin's head. So this one I started off with, it's post-Halloween, so everybody had their candy, and I didn't get a chance to get my favorite candy, which is a Heath bar. So supposedly this thing tastes just like a Heath bar. I haven't tried it yet, but it's a collaboration beer between Untitled Art, which is in Waunakee, Wisconsin, and Angry Chair Brewing, which is in Tampa. So this is a big imperial stout, aged with cocoa nibs, vanilla beans, Belgian candy syrup, and milk sugar, but it has this toffee flavor. So let's give it a whirl. It's called Midnight Toffee Stout.
I'm a fan.
Yeah, I like the nibs.
I'm a big fan of nibs.
Ooh. The nibs are there, and the Heath bar is there too.
Yep, and you can taste
Yeah, I wish we had a Heath
it's a little
bar.
boozy too.
Very boozy,
Yeah,
but it's not a bourbon barrel.
No, but you can.
But it's a strong beer. There's
It's good. I mean, it's
12.3.
Ooh.
So
this is great.
yeah,
Carry,
aged.
carry.
So a big imperial starts as the base is a big imperial stout. So yeah. 12.3. It's a good thing we're sharing it. So
Ed might shit his pants.
Would you vote for me if I did?
wow.
People have.
We're not going to go there, are we?
Yeah.
Well, cheers, gentlemen. Cheers. And so again, it's Angry Chair Brewing, Untitled Art, Midnight Toffee Stout.
Me like. Delicious.
So next up is our hot sauce
jeez.
of the week.
Now we ruin our palates.
So we're moving to the hot sauces now. So what do we got? We got 6 more to do. So three. Yeah, I think
Pull 'em out
6. Yeah. 3 this week, 3 next week.
Ed, did you?
Yep.
What was that?
Oh, nice.
Well, that'll go well with the Heath bar too.
Oh, well, it's like washing it down.
Is it 2%?
Well, look at these.
12% milk.
I have scoops too, so you can fill it up.
Oh, scoops.
Oh, those are I love scoops. Like only buy scoops.
It'll be a little cup. I don't need the milk right now. But... Did you bring cookies? Willie didn't bring them.
Willie, what the hell? I
That's
thought
all
you were
right.
bringing crumble cookies.
Jenny, did you bring them?
No, I didn't, because you told me not to.
You did tell
I
them.
said, but
you
they
were
didn't.
adamant.
Maybe they
You
wanted.
told them
Nobody
not
shut that.
responded.
You shut that program down.
We
No,
don't
no
need all.
responded.
We don't need all those waters, Jason. I don't think.
You're like Ed and
Okay.
Eric are getting fat.
So
You're not
wait, hold
bringing
on.
those cookies.
Wait, what's that one we're doing?
I'll let you know.
No, well, wait. It's not one we did already, is it?
No.
Okay.
Don't we
Brand new.
play Russian roulette
It's not
usually
the
here with
is
these
that the
things?
Only
wasabi
two left.
one?
It's chicken or chili and lime hot sauce.
Chicken. That's level 1 though, right?
Yeah, it's
top
level
shelf.
1.
All right.
So
'Cause
Eric.
here's the ones we've done. Well,
I got them all here.
Yeah, there.
Whatever one's not open.
It's easy enough.
we were doing them in like kind of order. So
God, I'm gonna drink more of this beer before I do this.
Willie.
Jace.
No.
Here, I'll pass it to Willie. Oh, you got that filled up pretty good too.
It was
I
for
like
Jace.
It.
That's
I like
why.
it. I like it.
Bucks win 117-89.
Woo! Now they're 500.
Championship.
Back to back.
Okay, so chili lime is going first tonight.
Chili lime.
Chili lime.
Chili lime.
Cheers.
Hold on, that's not ready yet.
All
Chili
right.
lime. It's probably gonna taste
Chili
good.
lime.
This will taste good. I bet.
Yeah, it's gonna go good with my stout.
Mm.
Good on a chip.
Mhm.
Yeah, it's excellent. I like that
Tastes a
chili
little
lime
lime.
flavor.
Yeah, it wasn't even bad.
Marinate some chicken with that.
Not with the small bottle we got.
Little
Oh,
buffalo,
yeah.
like a little buffalo chicken with a
Mhm.
little.
All right, we're going straight down the line right now.
That's fine. Perfect. What's that one? Wasabi.
Wasabi. I know you hate wasabi.
I hate wasabi.
Oh well, you guys are burning your mouths. I'm gonna talk about the Bucks' new city themed jerseys that they got.
Oh, nice. Go ahead.
Yeah, talk
They
about
are
it.
they're actually really nice. They went retro finally, which is cool, and I think it sort of dedicates to them winning the finals.
Who won the finals? The Bucks won.
Championship.
What?
What?
I recorded it. What are you talking about?
I haven't had a chance.
They are
In between interviews,
I
I
re-
don't have time to watch it.
I recorded Game 7 against the Nets. Did they win that one?
yeah by half a foot.
By a foot.
By a foot.
By a toe.
Or like an inch, yeah. What
I'll eat
wasabi?
So
I'll eat
they're-
that one. That was too much. Way too much for Scott. He'd
Oh, we're
he'd
not.
kick me off the show.
You like wasabi?
Yeah, that's okay.
They're throwing it back with actually throwing the old school
That's
deer on
yours.
the shorts and the old school logo with the triangle and the antlers with the ball on the shorts also.
Nice.
And they're going light green with white, dark green, and the purple. And it says Bucks with the number on the front and their sponsors.
They should have just Bucks
Here we go.
and
What's it called?
six.
What's it called?
This is wasabi.
That's all it's called.
I don't know.
Hey,
That was my
you gotta sniff
Japanese.
it first.
Yeah, I'm not a big fan of wasabi either.
Doesn't taste like wasabi at all.
It's very bland.
I don't like it.
You need to shake it up.
Ass kicking wasabi.
I did shake that one up.
That's what it's
Okay, what's the last line?
It doesn't taste like wasabi.
What 2 choice we have left down there in the bottom row?
Ghost pepper and ass blaster.
No, it's not.
Ass blaster.
That's what we're doing tonight.
Sounds like a Wednesday night for Willie.
Okay, go down the line. Oh, save ass blast for next
Ghost
week.
pepper.
Ghost pepper. Boy, it's even better.
Which one's worse?
I had one successful season of growing ghost peppers, and it was like I regret that I grew them because we actually had to use them then.
I thought you were gonna
Really?
say you
They're
had one
brutal.
successful.
You feed me the dog?
I thought you were
Yeah,
gonna-
exactly.
No, we made like seasonings and salt and stuff, but Jackson and I ate one, and it was like 4 hours of just I couldn't
Pain.
function.
How'd you make salt out of it?
You just chop it up and you mix it in with like sea salt and stuff.
You guys
like
want
that.
a lot of this one?
It was bad. It
Eric
was bad.
does.
I thought you were gonna say you had
Eric
one
wants the whole
successful-
cup filled like a shot.
Shot.
Ghost
Shot,
pepper. I mean,
shot,
I've done
shot,
ghost pepper
shot.
wings. Are usually, I mean, they're palatable. You can I mean, you usually have to walk out.
I got
of
a
the,
video of Kevin eating those ghost pepper wings.
Yeah, you usually have to walk out of the place and just spit for a while, but they're good.
Whenever the hot sauce is clearer,
No, it's not good.
it's not good.
Not good.
No.
This is not going to be good.
Why is the chip like smoking? Yeah.
It's like that scene in Aliens where the acid goes right through the deck.
Come on, don't ruin the scenes of the movies.
Yeah. Oh yeah, we gotta do that.
Oh, yeah.
We'll do that. We'll do that next.
We'll do that next with our. Well, we can't breathe. Are we
Okay,
ready?
here we
No.
go.
1,
Two,
2,
three.
3, go.
It's gonna be hot. It's already.
Ghost pepper's a creeper. Remember, it'll hit you about a minute
Kind of like
later.
Willie outside schoolyard. Whoa! I got my tongue.
Yeah, it's getting hot.
I was trying not to let it hit my tongue.
As Nelly said, it's getting.
That one got a little hot.
Oh,
There, it snuck up on me.
Yeah,
baby.
It will.
Oh yeah.
Oh, it'll
Whoa.
sneak. It'll sneak.
It's getting there.
Here's coming down.
Yep.
Well, the milk does it.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Yeah, that one's a little hotter.
Good call with the milk.
What was that called? Ass blaster?
No, Ass Blaster's
Jace.
next week.
Yeah, because water activates it a little bit more.
Oh,
Yeah.
Is that what it
The
is?
Well,
Scovilles. I should have put a lot. I should
well,
have
there's some Scovilles, and it's not bad. I think
put
it's
a couple
actually.
drops of that in the green chili.
Hell yeah.
That wasabi was awful.
I'm gonna make my hot cha-cha chicken chili.
And Willie's off to
Oh,
the
I
back.
made a recipe for that.
Yeah, I'll send it over to you. It was something I found on like allrecipes.com or something, but
That's a little hot.
Scotch chili is awesome, by the way, for everybody. I'm sure most of our listeners have had it.
Yeah.
And it doesn't have
Um,
noodles in it like a real chili.
Yeah.
I love
Well, you know,
noodles in my chili.
You put noodles on the
Chili
side.
mac.
You put noodles
I
on the
love it.
side.
I lost the competition because someone had put noodles in their mac, and the guy, two people that voted for mine were arguing with the other people because they're like, "That's not chili." But
Chili mac.
But
you're
I
right.
want people's choice. So that's the most important thing. When you want people's choice,
What did you
people
lose to? Was it a red chili?
yeah, and it
And
was
with mac.
and it wasn't good. I had it. I'm not being funny.
Yeah.
I had a guy next to me. He had a beer chili. It was real strong a beer, but it was good. I thought he did because his was gone too. I'm like, oh, and it was good. Because I tried a couple. The chili mac, it was almost pasty too. It was.
Yeah.
It wasn't even enough. Like they didn't do like you said, noodles first and put a chili over.
Yeah.
It was all mixed together.
Yeah.
No, that's what I do.
It was you take the chili and do like an old Cincinnati chili type thing.
Yeah,
That's what you do. Yeah, but it
Yeah,
was,
what's like a skyline chili type thing. Yeah. Oh jeez.
Whoa.
Hello.
I don't have my sheet with my movies on it, so
Oh my god. I think
We'll have to
Can
look
you
at
look
it.
at
You want to talk
computer for me?
NBA then instead?
no, we'll do it. I can
We can talk
find,
NBA.
No,
Well,
I can find my stuff. We're good.
what we're gonna do.
Let's do our this week. We're gonna get back to our snake draft.
hell yeah.
Ed brought it up this week in our weekly text and best 5 minutes to start a movie or get you into the movie or best coolest whatever you
Best
think.
5, yeah, just like the best beginning of a movie.
Yeah. So let's start. Where did Willie go? In the bathroom. He's back. Okay.
The ghost
Oh,
pepper
great.
ghost
I got my
pepper got
shoes.
him.
So let's start
That's
off.
hot.
We'll you know what? I'm gonna steal. Can I?
Whoa,
can,
you're struggling
are we,
with it.
Are we gonna all agree on one so nobody takes it?
Which one?
Well, I don't want to say it then because nobody thought of the first one. I thought of when he texted me was this movie. Did you ever think about it? With first 5 minutes on a movie, because I think it was the beginning of the movie. Yeah, it was. Nobody thinks of this right away as the first thing you think of.
There's a couple.
There's
Okay.
so many. There's
Okay,
so, I don't know. There's
okay.
so many.
So I don't. Maybe it was in the first 5 minutes. Maybe I'm wrong. I don't know. Well, then let's go. Let's start with Willie. We'll go with age first before beauty.
Age.
Willie, who do you like as one of your first pick in the draft?
Inglorious Bastards.
Okay.
Christoph Waltz.
Yep. Never saw it.
No,
but I read
No,
about
never.
it.
I saw that
It's a
in
good
some
movie,
of the
right?
list.
It is.
Yeah, I
It's
heard it's a
good.
good
It's
movie. Yeah.
good.
Yep.
I never seen it either.
Okay.
Which direction we going? My direction.
Yeah,
okay.
yeah.
Mine is this. I don't know if this is the obvious one, but it's Raiders of the Lost Ark.
Oh, okay.
That's what I thought the obvious one was.
Running through the
And
caves.
Maybe
and-
I'm wrong when I say this. You guys, that was
And it ends where he-
It set the tone for who
Yeah.
Indiana Jones
Yeah,
was
yeah.
exactly.
And that was one on my list. Yeah.
Action packed, really.
where he jumps and finally it
Yep.
ends when he gets on the plane. He's snakes.
Yeah,
you know?
yes.
Okay.
I mean, just it set the tone for his character.
Yeah.
All
So-
right. Let's see. I gotta go to Patton.
Yeah. There you go.
We stand in front of the flag doing the speech. It was actually an amalgamation of like 4 or 5 speeches from that time, but pretty amazing.
Okay. Maybe I'm wrong.
Go ahead.
And call me out because maybe I haven't seen it in a while. Saving Private Ryan.
Oh,
Oh,
it
yeah,
is.
absolutely.
It is. I
That's-
sat there,
I have that.
and
there.
you're just like,
that-
I have it.
that's
I have it in my
that's
top
the
3 or
first thing
4.
I
Yeah.
thought of. That scene was insane.
That's
Because
the
it was
start,
so
though?
realistic. Yeah, when they get off the boat in Normandy, right? That's the beginning of the movie, right?
He's sitting on the boat
Well,
and
the old man walks to the graveyard.
Yep.
And then
Is it in the first 5 minutes, kind of though?
It is. It is.
Okay.
It's a 5-10 minute.
Good call then.
Okay, yeah.
And
Yeah, it's
remember,
a
he
great
says,
scene.
"What a view." Remember?
Yeah.
He says, "What a
Yes,
view," and then
yes.
he's on the
And
boat.
he just- the
There's
thing
guys
about-
puking off the
being on
side,
that-
and yeah,
being on that boat in that scene just shows the terror. Those
Oh,
guys,
God.
you could just
Yeah.
it was like, oh my god.
Not anymore.
and it was.
And they were all knew,
the beer.
and they all
No.
knew it was coming. That's a scary. That's
You want
a
the rest
crazy.
of mine, Willie?
It was.
No, you can have it.
Okay.
It was really a huge. I can't. To this day, that movie did not win Best Picture is just a travesty. But yeah, I mean that opening scene really, it was huge because it really put you in the place. It put you there.
What
which is
what
scary.
what movie beat that?
That year it was Shakespeare in Love.
Oh. And to me, Private Ryan's not the greatest war movie or anything, but that scene, that whole, like you said, that first 5-10
That
minutes,
embodies the
And
movie.
and
it's
he
some of the
said
best war
not
movie.
shaving Ryan's privates. Okay?
Oh,
Yeah,
oh, I was
yeah.
thinking of a different one. yeah.
My second one is the opening scene from Saturday Night Fever.
Yep.
Oh yeah,
They're playing Staying Alive. Yep.
And he's walking the
With
paint
paint cans. That's my favorite.
Yes, it's so awesome because
Ryan's in on that one too. Watch.
It sets the tone because it's the
Yeah.
70s music
Yep.
and he's just
Going down the street in New York.
It's great. It's a great scene. So that's the second one I thought of in my head. That's the first two that came in my head. Okay.
Nice.
So
It's back on that way.
oh yeah, William.
You got pick two.
No, you gotta go back.
no,
I
it's
did.
this way. It's a
I
snake
did.
draft.
Shaving
See,
Private
we-
Ryan and
Oh, that was you.
That's right.
Willie,
No,
you're up.
no, it's you.
No, it's you.
Yeah.
We're out. It's a snake draft.
Pay attention.
We're out of practice here, aren't we?
I went first.
What do you got? No,
No,
Willie
you
did.
went. Willie did.
Oh
did.
shit! Did I really?
Oh my gosh.
What is in this? How many? What percentage is this beer?
77.
Oh, God, I hate to use it already. My favorite movie of start is Blazing Saddles.
Oh yeah, there you go.
Just freaking phenomenal at the beginning. It would. There is no way in woke America today that first 10 minutes or whatever can even be played. It's ridiculous. I can't believe it's not banned.
Yeah. Yeah.
We almost lost a perfectly good hand cart.
Eric.
Well, the holiday season is coming soon, and look, kids, a deer. The opening scene of Christmas Vacation. In the first 5 minutes, you have them driving, and we're not driving all the way out here, so you can get one of those stupid sanitize, are we? No, I got one of those last year. But it's the look, kids, a deer with the flipping the finger. So Christmas Vacation.
Russ.
Oh,
That was good.
that added a lot.
Who
to
said
it.
Russ?
That was definitely Jace.
That sounded great.
Chevy Chase just walked down here.
But it was "Look, kids, a deer" is that just like the greatest line ever.
Wilma, 2 for you.
I would say probably the best soundtrack for a movie ever.
I know what you're gonna say.
Guardians of the
Yes,
Galaxy.
sir. Yes, sir.
Where Peter Quill's up there, you know.
Actually,
The opening
the
scene is him
start-
saying goodbye to his
His
mom.
mom dies.
but
Yeah.
the other opening scene from the second one when they have that big fight.
Oh, yeah.
And
yeah.
then, then one
Oh, yeah.
song's playing.
Groot's
Groot's flying. That's all. Everybody's going in slow motion and
Yes.
stuff. That's actually a good. I'm sorry. Did I take that from it?
That's-
But they have 2 great opening scenes.
There's
for
a
both
third
movies.
Guardians of the Galaxy movie. I
Yep,
guess
they're
coming.
working on it right
Yes.
now. Mhm.
Yep.
Those 2 movies blow me away. Those
It's
are
called
awesome.
Street
movies.
Guardians of Chicago.
Yeah, or Las Vegas.
That's when Star-Lord gets sucked up into the alien craft right at the beginning.
Oh, that's a great movie.
Yeah.
Great.
Lot-
Love both those movies.
Yeah.
So, Willie, you got another one?
I believe this Casino Royale.
Oh, yeah.
Remember
yeah,
he's
yeah.
chasing the guy.
Yep.
I mean, how the action in that was just crazy. And I mean, to be a stunt guy in that.
You're talking the original Casino Royale, right? With George.
Yeah,
I'm
you
kidding.
know that for sure.
Yeah. No, the new one. It's
With
an excellent.
Daniel Craig.
Yeah, it's excellent at the beginning.
Okay, so are we?
It's back to me
Are
now.
we done after that? All right, we're
No, we
just,
got one more
we
time
just
around.
we're just getting going.
No,
here.
you and me.
This is
and
my
we're done.
third. This
No,
is
I
my
got
third
2.
pick.
Oh,
I've done 2.
oh, and you
That's
finished.
great.
You finished at the end. Yeah, I'm
Yep,
sorry.
yep,
Yep,
yep.
yep. My bad.
Steve Carlton.
Yep.
Okay, no, this is my third pick.
Tom Seaver.
So I mean, you can't deny this one because it's such a classic. But there's something in the water.
Yes, sir.
And that's Jaws.
Yep, that was great.
Yeah, that's amazing.
There's something in the water,
Yeah, I guess.
Man,
Yeah.
I got so many.
and they weren't in Flint.
We're gonna have a few. We're gonna have some honorable mentions.
I got a
bet.
ton of
Yeah.
honorable
Yeah,
mentions.
They weren't in Flint.
Another one of my favorites, Heartbreak Ridge with Clint Eastwood at the
Yes,
beginning
Yes.
when he's in jail.
Yep.
And he's sitting there and he's all drunk and telling the stories, and then he beats up this big old redneck, in the jail. And
Yeah.
Again, a lot of it can't be repeated here because it's offensive.
Let me see. I got a few here. Let me get the ones because it's hard. I've seen about half these movies, which I need to see more of them if they're that good. The beginnings are that good. It's kind of weird to this movie, but it's kind of a weird movie. You guys won't. I guess if you haven't seen or remember it, Social Network. The movie starts with just he's breaking up with his girlfriend, and it's so analytical. You kind of it gives it a baseline of how this guy is, how he's wired. It's just weird and crazy and odd. So the Social Network, which is a good movie,
it's Jesse Eisenberg.
Yeah, it's how he's just. You remember that? It's just kind of.
I didn't see it, but I read about it. I read about that scene.
Have you seen that movie, Social Network?
He breaks up his girlfriend.
Yeah, it's pretty good. It's a good movie. It's
I've seen
interesting.
parts of it.
My other one is gonna go kind of a weird thing, kind of off, but I just me and Jenny just watched this a few weeks, about a month or so ago. I don't know because we never seen it, and we decided to watch one night. The movie Up.
Yeah,
awesome. The first 5 minutes
it's
just
ridiculous.
goes through her whole life.
Makes you cry right there.
It's like,
yeah.
oh my god,
it hits you.
How they meet, and then and she then dies, and then he's there by himself, and the rest of the movie goes from there.
I was crying in the theater.
Again, they call it's Carl.
That's a
Carl
great
and Ellie's
movie.
story. That's what it is.
It's a great.
So it's
movie.
crazy. It's a very good, very well done movie. It really is. It really is.
It's very good,
and it's funny too. So
exactly.
So go ahead, Ed.
I hate to have to tell us, but I still think this is it's up there with Raiders as the best one ever. It's more than 5 minutes. 2001.
Oh yeah.
Where
I've never seen it.
Where the monkeys. Well, it's like the first 5 minutes actually about 20 minutes of the monkeys learning how to use tools, and then they use them to beat each other and kill each other, and it's kind of how man was created and how.
Oh.
But it takes a while.
It's
but
an amazing
there's
movie.
no words. There's no words for almost the first half hour.
Yeah,
it's crazy.
It really
It's
is epic.
long,
and when
it's
I looked it
slow.
up online, a lot of people had that ranked #1, like the best opening scene to any movie.
Yeah, if you've seen it, obviously.
Yeah, I've seen it a
then
long time
it's
ago.
Long
I
and
remember
it
that.
drags, but it's pretty impressive.
Yeah.
Let's go to.
Well, I mean, there's so many, so we have to do honorable mentions.
Yeah.
But just to build off of Scott's, with the movie Up and Disney movies, how about The Lion King?
Yeah.
The Circle of Life. It just that music and that scene just kind of just hypes you up. It just makes you feel good inside. I'm not to get a little weird, but speaking of weird.
And I've never seen that.
That's really?
You
No.
gotta be kidding me.
That's a good
I know I was
Just-
gonna get yelled
just
at.
the
Don't
music
watch-
and just the
Do
so
not
good.
watch
James
the-
Earl Jones' voice and just it's sensational.
That's that symbol.
Don't watch.
Yeah.
Don't watch the real one. Watch the animated ones.
No, the original
the
animated.
original, not like the real. Like,
Your mom liked it.
Yeah, she did.
You got to go to Africa to see that one.
We
That'd be
doing
cool.
mom
It's
jokes
real.
now?
Yeah. So Willie,
Will you close this
your
out?
final swing.
Your mom
Well,
went to college.
Everybody saw this movie, and you know how it got kind of shafted. La La Land. No, just joking.
Like what?
So what's the real answer? Moonlight?
No, The Big Lebowski. Come on, man.
Oh yeah, the Big Lebowski. That's a good one.
Lawson through there trying to find cream, half and half for his,
Mhm.
blind Russians.
I got my first honorable mention.
Go ahead.
Okay.
Hello. Do you like scary movies?
Oh
Yep.
yeah, that's a good one. Yeah,
With Drew Barrymore.
Scream.
Yeah.
That was
Oh, yeah.
great. Another great.
Great
You ever
start.
seen Scream?
I want to watch it, but
You gotta watch 'em.
I was trying.
Oh,
to,
then
but you
I was going to give it away
have to
right
pay
there.
for
You
it.
got the parental
It's only on
controls on everything.
Huh?
It's only on Amazon. You have to pay for it.
Oh, really? It's not on Prime. It's just
It's on Prime, but you have to pay for it.
That's
scam.
crap.
I know. It's not on anything. I was so mad.
What do you
because I
got,
was gonna
Willie?
watch
Any
it.
other honorables?
What about The Sound of Music?
the
Just
hills are alive.
How's that start?
Her dancing.
When
on
Maria's
the
up in the mountains singing as the camera zooms on the beautiful scenery.
Oh, he's
I
actually-
love it so much. It's iconic.
In Salzburg. That's where I wanted to go
Well,
last year.
I mean, I got one that's not in. Willie, are you done? Was that really yours, or do you want?
No, I'm joking.
Go ahead.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
I mean, just it ties in like you got the best 5 minutes or best opening scenes usually lend themselves to being one of the best movies ever. But we got one of the greatest lines or speeches ever in this movie. In the opening scene, it was, "I believe in America," and then the whole, "I'll make him an offer he can't refuse." That was all in the opening 5-10 minutes, basically, of The Godfather. You got some of the greatest lines ever that we use all the time. But yeah, that's my drama honorable mention. I have a comedy honorable mention too, if once we get there. But go ahead, Ed.
I mean, I love the start of the Blues Brothers, where it shows how dingy and shitty Chicago is, and then Joliet Jake, no talking, well, not much talking, but he's They show like his hands and his knuckles. You don't get to
Knuckles.
see Belushi,
Right.
you know, and Frank Oz is the guy at the prison giving back all his stuff. And it's like, you know,
Great movie.
he goes, one condom, you know, one, and he grabs his pen and he picks up one soiled. He's giving him back everything he had. $2.85.
Never saw Blues Brothers.
Oh my,
Oh my gosh,
Never
are you
seen it, no,
serious?
I never
My
seen it.
favorite musical.
Henry Gibson.
Yeah. The Nazi.
Aretha Franklin's in it. I
Yeah.
mean, it's just so good.
Love that one.
How about Rosebud?
Oh, that's
the very
yeah.
starting too. They
Yep.
because you're trying to figure out what Rosebud is the
Yeah.
whole time. It's,
Well, it was
it's
a sled, right?
stupid wagon or
Citizen-
sled.
Citizen
Sled or a
Kane,
wagon,
yeah.
That stupid guy
Kenosha
from
Zone.
Kenosha.
I was
Yeah.
going Orson Welles, big radio guy.
Yeah.
He was big,
got a
literally
radio
big.
voice.
He was a big fella. He had a great voice.
What else you got, Willie?
He was part of the Low Floor Fellas, the originals.
What a low floor.
Lower floor. It's hard to tongue twister.
What about Reservoir Dogs?
Yeah, there you go.
I was gonna say
Does he get a fight over the bill or something? He does. He does
Mr.
not
Pink.
tip.
Mr. Pink won't
He
tip.
will not
That's right.
tip. How about this one? I know we've all seen this and we've all laughed, but the opening scene of Super Troopers.
I got that.
Never seen
When
it.
he has to eat the weed.
I never seen Super Troopers. either.
That's why I did this whole thing was because the Super
Because
Troopers,
the Super Troopers, yeah. And the
with
cops
the
just
stoners,
keep messing with them.
littering and.
They keep driving backwards and forwards, and they keep doing the same thing over because these guys are high as hell. The one guy
They're
makes
just
it.
messing
He
with
makes the guy eat like a bag of mushrooms and weed and everything. And then at the end, he goes, "You're gonna have to pay me for that, dude. That's a lot of money."
The snozberries taste like snozberries.
We'll watch it later, dude. It
It
is
is
so
funny.
hilarious.
That first 5 minutes is great.
I don't remember actually much of the rest of the movie.
It's all
So
just
good.
one-liners.
Ed, another one.
Office Space,
Well,
where they're driving to work in the commute,
Oh yes.
and the guy in the walker's going faster than them, and then the one guy he's Michael Bolton's playing the rap.
Gangster rap.
It's, you know, like,
Yeah.
damn, it feels good to be a
Be a
gangster.
gangster.
And then a black guy like in a suit pulls up and he looks over and he like rolls up his window and locks
rolls
the doors. It's hilarious.
how about Mr. Pink doesn't tip?
Oh yeah, that's
Reservoir
Reservoir
Dogs,
Dogs.
Did
Yeah.
you say that already?
Yeah.
Somebody just mentioned it. Yeah.
Hey!
Willie just-
Hey, oh, that's a Willie move.
That's right.
You're doing that to
Hey,
make fun of Willie, aren't you?
We had-
did. Got you, Willie.
Aren't you supposed to be at the G20 summit right now?
Actually, another one though. It's funny is it's the movie was kind of funny, but the beginning was actually hilarious. Dumb and Dumber 2, when he goes and finds him at the mental facility, and he pulls out his catheter and goes, "I got you."
You waited 21 years and acted like you were in a coma.
Gotcha.
My God.
The only funny part of the movie.
Yeah, it was pretty good. But
Yeah, I don't even remember the second one.
I was doing that today at work.
and I got one more. I'll steal one. The original Star Wars, when the yellow writing comes down
Yep.
for the first time, like
Yes,
Darth Vader,
absolutely.
and
Yeah.
you meet Darth Vader for the first time. You don't meet the hero. You meet the villain right away, and you
Yep.
know who the bad guy is from the start of the whole.
Just like
Absolutely.
Jaws, you meet the shark right away.
Yeah, she did too.
Yeah.
I got one more, but
Okay.
one of my favorite movies of all time, and the line is "Everybody be cool. This is a robbery." So Pulp Fiction, when they're in the diner
yeah,
and they're
good.
scheming the whole time, they're just having this in-depth conversation. They're going on and on and on about what to rob, and they're like, "This place," and then he ends up, "Everybody be cool. This is a robbery."
And then the end, they tie it all
They
back
ta-
together.
Oh, that movie's so just genius.
Yeah, poor Honey Bunny.
Dansby Swanson must have homered because Boom Swanson is written up there.
Are we done?
Yeah.
I have 3 honorable mentions.
Oh, go ahead.
Go ahead.
Yeah, it's all you now.
Well, one of them is from Harry Potter and the Deathly Hallows, the second part. It's when everybody's attacking the castle and the castle just transforms into like this defense
Oh,
thing and
yeah,
everybody's just going
Yep.
at it. My second one is the beginning of every Star Wars movie.
yeah.
The yellow writing just coming down
yeah,
and
the
just,
writing
every-
itself, yeah.
just the sound, and it always starts it always plays into a good scene, whether
Like
it's
you-
like the middle of a battle or it's just like
Like your dad said, it. They introduced the
Mhm.
villains.
And especially when it came back, like
Oh, yeah.
this latest generation
'Cause
of
with
Star
how it-
Wars movies, and
with how it
everybody was
started.
fired up when they
Yeah,
see
yeah.
that. They're like, "Oh,
with how it started.
Yep,
I remember
I
it was-
agree.
we met Ray when she was a little girl and her dad got taken by stormtroopers
Mhm.
and
mhm.
whoever not Darth Vader, the person before him. Her
Darth
father
Maul.
got taken. Yeah. her father got taken by him and a bunch of stormtroopers.
God, we need to do it wouldn't be a 16, it wouldn't be a usual snake draft, but we need to rank the Star Wars movies at some point between the four of us.
Pretty easy, I think.
Yeah.
And my last
the new ones
my
are
favorite's
starting.
Empire Strikes Back.
And but you throw in
no question,
hands down.
You even throw in though the
they get their ass handed to them in that movie.
Yeah.
you throw in the side stories too, like Rogue One, and you throw in like all those
are
as well.
those are pretty
Rogue
good.
One is excellent.
I liked Han Solo a lot. That movie was
Solo was good.
Yeah.
Han Solo, yeah.
I don't think
yeah.
I've seen that one yet.
Yeah, it's
That's
good.
a good one. Amelia Clark's
It's
in
about
it.
Han Solo, just his
Yeah.
life of being a rebel.
Guy's a good guy.
Maybe I
Does a good
haven't.
job.
I don't think I've seen that one yet.
My last one is Avengers, the last movie when they
Oh,
when they all come through.
What happened? What happened?
No.
You can still hear me though, right?
How to start again?
I haven't.
Just
This is the starting of it.
No, not the starting.
Oh, we don't.
It's the battle scene. The 5 minutes within the movie of when just Captain America standing there and the portal's open and everyone.
Oh, you got that.
And then at the end of it, Tony Stark dies after he kills Thanos and brings everybody back. And then
Is
they're
Scarlett
done.
Johansson okay? Have you guys
She came out
watched
of the movie after?
Well, yeah, but that's not chronological order.
Oh yeah, it is.
No, it's not.
Yeah.
I know. I'm watching Black Widow right now. It's back. It's like in the middle chronologically.
Oh yeah.
It's right after. It's right during the Black Panther movies.
Yeah, it's
It's
about
chronologically.
It's about her and her mental struggles from being taught how
Did
to
you
be
see
a
Black
killer.
Widow? Yeah, it's on
Yeah, because
Disney Plus right now.
Because her sister got killed being a
I
agent.
haven't watched all of it. I'm in the middle of that movie.
This is from reading. stuff.
Willie's getting bored here. He likes those Guardians
Okay.
of the Galaxy movies.
But that's Marvel. That's all Marvel.
Yeah.
That's all.
We got to move on.
Yeah.
The only one I like is the Guardians of the Galaxy. All the rest
We
I
could do a
hate.
snake draft on Marvel
Let's
movies.
move on
We
to
could.
the NBA before we hit the NFL because we got a lot to get done here.
Oh my god.
The NBA real quick. So we're gonna do a little preview here. Right now, let's start with Eric. What do you got for your? And Willie has it set up too. Who do you got for your top 8 teams in East and West, and also then throw us your final 4, and then your champion and your matchup, finals matchup, and your champion. And me and Ed will just do whatever.
I have no idea who's even in the league.
Okay.
Well, I mean, the Bucks just won tonight, so now they're 4-4. They're at 500. They're like in 8th place, I think, in the East. I believe.
Back-to-back world champions.
Okay, thank you, Jace. But so I
Actually,
think
they would be
they're 6th place.
8th, 9th, 10th, or 11th.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I think that the way that the East, I mean, there's some good teams in the East, but I think and the Bucks probably have the philosophy, and the Nets do too, to coast a little bit, and whatever it takes. I mean, I don't know if they'll win 60 games or not, but I still think the Bucks are going to be the 1 seed. I really do. Even by coasting a little bit, I think it's all going to be tight. And I got the Bucks, I got the Nets. I do have the Heat. I think the Heat are a really, really solid team. The Hawks and Bulls will kind of fight it out. I still have the Hawks 4. I like the Bulls a lot this year. I like what they did. Knicks are going to be a good team. Celtics will figure it out. They're really struggling too right now, but I got them as a 7 seed. And then with or without Ben Simmons, I think it's just kind of by default that the Sixers will still make the playoffs and they'll be the 8 seed. That's my East. Do you want to hear my West, or Willie, do you want to give your East?
Go ahead, Willie.
My microphone. Stop
Microphone?
being a rookie here. So
It's the angry chair, untitled art.
So I'm going Bulls, Bucks, Nets, Heat, Hawks, Knicks, Hornets, Wizards. And
wow,
the play-in teams are the Celtics and the 76ers.
Ooh.
Oh yeah, the plan. I forgot the plan. Look at you. You're really going out on a limb.
I am. You're going to be surprised who's going to win this all.
You're bad mouthing the Heat already, and they're beating up on Dallas.
No,
tonight.
I got the Heat. They're number 4.
It's about a 5-point game in Dallas with about 5 minutes left.
All right, West is on you,
I like
my friend.
that. Okay, so you guys want to chime in or no? Or you want?
Yeah.
What do you think, Scott?
Yeah, baby.
I think the Bucks are the 3 seed again. I think they're in the same 3 or 4.
Yeah,
area.
they won't mind being the 3
No,
seed.
it doesn't
They really
matter.
won't.
Get a home series. I think I think Boston might not make the playoffs this year. They might not make it. I think Chicago makes it this year.
Oh yeah.
Miami, New York. It's tough, but I'm going to throw in also Brooklyn and Atlanta in there. And that's going to be your top 8 somehow. I don't know how they're going to work themselves out.
Yeah, those are all good teams, man.
I think your Eastern Conference Finals. I'm going to throw it out there because I think they're just really deep, and I think they got it going the right way. They got the right system. I think the Bulls and Bucks are in the Eastern Conference Finals.
That would be fun.
I really
would,
believe
yeah.
that's going to happen this year. I believe the Bulls have a shot.
Yeah.
Because I think Miami will have something to say about that.
Yeah.
But I just think Chicago, just the way they're built. I mean, you look at their team.
They have depth.
DeRozan, Levine, Vucevic. I mean, they're a good. When your third option is Vucevic or Vuk, whatever the hell his name is.
They did lose their sophomore, I call him.
Yeah,
the
yeah.
Williams guy that was a great rookie last year. They lost him.
They got
but
Kobe White too.
Yeah, Kobe
And
White.
they're gonna be there. I have them being there somewhat.
So I like
But
them.
so you're already declaring your Eastern Conference final. We didn't.
Oh yeah, sorry, yeah.
No, is who you got? Bucks and Bulls.
I'm gonna say.
So Willie, to go back then, who you got in the Eastern Conference Finals?
In the finals, I have,
No, Eastern Conference.
Yeah, in Eastern Conference Finals, I have the Heat beating the Bulls 4-2.
Okay. Who you got, Eric?
I got the Bucks beating the Heat.
Man, I can't believe nobody has the Nets involved. It's weird.
They're
I
old.
just think that again. I said it last
I
year.
thought they had the best player on the planet.
Which one?
Durant.
I said it last year.
I thought you were going to say Harden. And I thought he was going to say Kyrie. Because they do have a lot of big players.
Yeah.
Same thing I said about them last year, though. They're three incredible players. Kyrie's not there right now. There's going to be injuries. There's going to be emotional, psychological, just always issues with those guys. And I think their bench is not even as good as it was last year, which I think is a problem, right, Jace? Yeah, between Durant and Giannis, I think those are the two best players on the planet. And so I agree with you there, but I just don't. I don't know. I have the Heat knocking them out.
I have them being a first round get out. I don't think they're
Yeah.
going to last very long in the playoffs if they make it even.
I put the Bucks and Bulls in there. I just think right now.
I like that though. That's fun.
Yeah,
that's a great series.
I think the Bucks go back, but just right now, I understand we're talking about how they're taking. But remember, this team just won a championship 2 months ago, and then they had everything to do after it.
They're going to be
Do
tired.
this. They had the banquet circuit, as they call it.
They had Olympians too. They had Olympians, and
it's
they.
going to be I'm putting them in more as I'm picking with my heart. But it wouldn't surprise me that they make the Eastern Conference Finals. It really would.
I think
because they're going to run out of gas. I think at some point.
What you're saying is very valid, but I think because they're younger, it doesn't affect them. If it was the Lakers with the old team and they won the championship and they're coming back the next year, I think that would really, really be a factor. Would be the wear and tear, the just the fatigue, all that stuff. But we got a young group, and we mixed in some newer players too that are hungry. I think. George Hill sitting there watching them win the championship last year. That's a big deal. Grayson Allen he's a feisty, hungry, competitive dude. I think he's going to factor in. DiVincenzo, even when he comes back, he wasn't a part of that. So, I mean, I don't know. I'm not.
Nobody had Toronto in there, huh?
Toronto's done. I mean, they got
They're not good
Siakam. That's
enough.
really all they got. They lost
We got Van Vliet.
Van Vliet. Yeah,
Van Vliet's
they lost Lowry.
Losing Lowry hurts.
Van Vliet's
It's
just
kind
poor
of a
man's
glue.
Lowry's
Kinda
kind of
worked-
the
I
I can see that.
captain.
You know what? There's so many interchangeable parts in that. You don't know. Yeah, you're right. Toronto could make
They
it. I
could
mean,
be. Yeah, they could be right in that mix of the 7-8.
So let's move to the West real quick. The West, who you got for your playoff teams to the West?
Do you want me to do the top 8?
And then your finals. Eastern Conference,
I think
Western.
The top 3 and 4 are really, again, just some similar to the East. It's tough. Okay, so this is what I did: Jazz, Suns, Lakers, Warriors, Nuggets, Blazers will get in. They always do. Mavs are solid, and even Kawhi does come back supposedly March, April or so. So I think the Clippers sneak in at the 8th seed, and whoever the 1 seed is going to hate to see the Clippers as the 8th seed. That's for sure. But that's what I got for my playoff teams.
And your finals?
Okay, so it's very boring here, but I have the Suns beating the Warriors.
Okay. Yep. Willie.
Okay, I've got the Warriors. I got Nuggets, Lakers, Mavericks, Suns, Timberwolves, Blazers.
In this order. This is the order you have.
That's
in.
the order
Okay.
I have them in. Okay. And I got the Kings and Grizzlies as the playing teams.
I like the Grizzlies.
Did you mention the Jazz in there, Willie?
I did.
Oh, okay. I missed.
Who do you
Sorry.
have in your finals again? Eastern Conference?
Western.
You know what?
Or Western, I'm sorry.
Yeah, the Jazz isn't. Where did I move them?
I thought there. I thought
So the Southern Conference.
Oh yeah, no, I forgot. They're Jazz is 1.
Okay.
Who do you have? Who do you
Yeah, I
have
was
in your
gonna
Who do you
say.
have in your Western Conference Finals?
I've got the Jazz over the Warriors 4-3.
Okay, I'm just going to do my top 4 or 5 here. I like Utah and Golden State and Dallas. I like Memphis, and I like Denver and the Lakers. After that, it is what it is. I think the Suns get in there. It depends on if they start playing better. You have the age thing creeps in on them because it's not their team, but it's their leader is the old guy, and that's something that kind of creeps in with Chris Paul being older. I like Golden State.
Once they get Thompson,
they'll get
Wiseman
Clay back.
I like Golden State. I'm going to say over the Lakers in the Western Conference Finals. I just think the Lakers. I mean, I understand what you're saying, but I don't play someone's going to get hurt, can't play. I'm just going to go with if they're healthy and they're all there. It's going to be hard to beat. But I think Golden State will beat them. So who do you have for finals? Obviously, you have the repeat of last year.
I got an exact repeat of last year with same champ.
Okay, Willie, who do you have in your finals and winning it?
The Jazz win
over
the Heat. Oh no, hold on. Miami beats the Jazz.
Okay.
Yep.
I'm going to say Golden State. I'm going to go with the Bucks again, making it. But I don't know. But I'm going to say Golden State Bucks, and I think Curry becomes the Tom Brady of basketball. I mean, just winning championships whenever he can. He gets the right team around him and wins. I think they're going to win. I think they're built to win again this year, especially when they get their pieces back. They're already 5-1 without those pieces. And they were good last year with all those pieces, and I think they're just kind of getting back. And I like Golden State to get there. I think they're going to win, but I mean that doesn't matter. Now we'll talk about this in about 3 months and be like, well, now I'm going to change it to this. But right now, that's why I like Golden State and the Bucks, and I like it Bucks, and I like the Golden State in 7. It's going to be a long series, a hard-fought series.
I got the Nuggets, Miami.
There you go.
With Miami winning it.
Nice.
Stop copying me, dude.
Is that what you just had?
No.
Yeah, the Jazz, right? You have the Jazz as the champion. Karl Malone and John Stockton are going to cry when that happens.
Yeah, but I mean, they're old,
No,
but they can still
Miami
play.
beating the Jazz. I had to flip flop.
Oh, yeah, no, you have Miami. And Miami's a great team. Really. They're stacked. A lot of people are hyping up Butler to be the MVP. So do you guys want to talk about MVP?
Tyler Hero.
Okay, go ahead. Okay, go ahead. MVP.
I got Curry. I mean, I have Steph Curry.
Okay.
I think he's unbelievable. Jimmy Butler.
What's that? I don't even know who's in the NBA anymore.
Tyler Hero.
He-
No, I'm just
he's
jokingly.
He's averaging over 25 a game right now.
I'm going to go with Giannis.
Or 22 or something.
That's a good pick. I mean,
Giannis wins it again.
could very well be.
MVP?
Before he
You
says,
want Luca to win it finally.
it's hard to win back to back, so Jokic will be out.
Luka's been.
That's what I was thinking, and I got the Nuggets.
And actually, to be honest, Giannis' numbers are better than his MVP year. He didn't win it last year, so it was.
Well, Giannis won 2 MVPs.
But he could have won another one last.
He should have won it. Yeah. I mean, that doesn't happen. Curry's won 2 as well. I mean, if you do see somewhat of a campaign for MVP, Luka at the beginning of the season, that's what everybody said. Luka's going to be the MVP. Blah blah blah. But he didn't play good enough to be the MVP. And so, will that be another campaign again, or a narrative this year? Is Luka's going to be the MVP? I don't know. I had a hard time. I was in between Luka and Curry. Curry, again, you could have made a case for him to be MVP last year.
Right. Absolutely.
Really, I thought he was, but it was him, Giannis, and Jokic.
Yeah,
who's a good player. He's really a solid player. There's not much exciting. He's not really that exciting, but But right now the hype is on Jimmy Butler. It's just crazy.
Okay, so that was the NBA. We'll talk more as the year goes on with the NBA. You MVP. You didn't say anything.
Luka.
Oh, Luka. I'm sorry.
My name is Luka.
So let's move on
Great
to
should probably do the NFL yet.
Yeah, we'll do that right now.
Yeah, let's.
Oh, you are so full of crap. You're 5 feet nothing, 100 and nothing, and you got hardly a speck of athletic ability. And you hung in with the best college football team in the land for 2 years. And you're also going to walk out of here with a degree from the University of Notre Dame.
The field, Jerry! Show me the money! Jerry, you better yell! Show me the money! Show me the money! He's the largest black man! I love black people! I love black people!
Either we heal now as a team, or we will die.
as individuals, as football guys.
I thought you told me he was solid muscle.
Well, he's much stronger than he looks. I want you to go get some kids.
Playing football at West Canaan may have been the opportunity of your lifetime, but I don't want your life.
Foosball. You playing the foosball behind my back? The only reason I'm doing it so I can go to school. School? You going to school? Ah! Sorry. Football is life.
So as we started a couple weeks ago, we're just going to go over certain games. I'll do all the scores. We'll stop at big games that we talk about for a minute. And also we'll talk about the Lions, Vikings, Packers, and Bears. Their games a little bit more than other games. The NFC North. So let's start off with last night's game. Monday Night Football, Chiefs, Giants. Mahomes 1 touchdown. Damian Williams 49 yards rushing. Tyreek Hill 12 for 94 and a touchdown. Daniel Jones 2 touchdowns, 222. Big story there is the Chiefs just continue to play not really great football. They don't have a great protection, pass protection. They're just not turning the ball over a lot. Just not doing well right now. Not looking at all like, I mean, they might not make the playoffs if they keep playing this. Honestly, they're gonna have a hard time making the playoffs. Anything about the Chiefs Giants game? We'll talk about that one since the Chiefs are involved in that.
Yeah, you're right about the Chiefs, and nothing's really going their way. Look at that interception Mahomes threw early in the game. We're just bouncing off some guy's shoulder.
Bad throw, backhand of the guy. I thought it was the guy's fault. He showed the replay.
I don't know, and he
threw it 100 miles an hour at the guy.
Did you see the play before that too, where the Kelsey with the around the back? You know, he took the Wildcat and then threw it around the back. I'm like, what are they doing right now? I mean, just there's so many great athletes on that team, and they've just beat up on teams the last 3 years by just stepping up and just being better, more athletic than everybody. I don't know if it's Andy Reid or what.
Watch
it
the
is.
game. It's the Bears offense, man. Matt Nagy's running the same offense, just don't work, and it's not working there now either. It's the same offense. Same exact offense. And you did see in a couple plays, they got good end around speed. They got Hardman and Tyreek Hill.
Yeah.
The different kind of speed and different kind of football skill they've got going than some of the Bear, but it's the same concept. It's the same. So
just step up and play. You have athletes. Just step up and do it.
Yeah. We'll talk about this game. Panthers beat the Falcons, finally get back on the winning side after 4 losses. 19-13 Falcons. Really no huge stats in that game. Kind of quiet all around. Chuba Hubbard, 82 yards and a touchdown. Bengals, Jets. That's a big game this week. Big upset. As Willie talked about earlier, the Bengals cost a lot of people survivor pool 34-31. And I believe the Jets were down by double digits with 5 minutes left in the game and coming back and winning the game. Mike White, 405, 3 touchdowns. Michael Carter, 77 and a touchdown, and Michael Carter also 9 catches, 95 yards, coming along as the rookie.
Wish I would have started him.
Joe Burrow, 3 touchdowns. Mixon, 33 yards and a touchdown. T against 4 for 97, but the Jamar Chase does catch another touchdown in that game. A big story in that. What was the gambling thing, Jace? Mike White. What did the guy do? How much did the guy win? Bet on Mike White, leading the league in passing.
He bet
that he would lead the league in passing, and how much he won.
He bet 1,000 on it, and he won 125,000.
Because he said Mike White would lead the league in passing yards this past week.
405 was the number to beat.
Wow, how many bad bets has that guy made?
Yeah, that's true.
When you think about that,
I'm willing to bet he's down.
Yeah, I would too.
Any tidbits for those first 2 games that I talked about? First couple? Well, I forgot. You always have some tidbits.
Yeah, but there was something about how many quarterbacks. Like, so Cooper Rush won a game. Mike White won a game. Who else won a game that first-time starters?
Well, who was the Cowboys quarterback?
Cooper Rush.
Cooper Rush. Okay.
Yeah, well, Simeon came in, so he didn't start the game.
Oh.
I don't know. Well, trying to think.
Let me find that stat.
Well, let me look. I got all the games in front of me. So, Steelers, Browns, Patriots, Chargers.
Who finished
Cleveland.
the Saints game?
Trevor Simeon.
Simeon did.
He didn't start.
Okay. I gotcha.
Who started for Cleveland this week?
Mayfield.
Mayfield didn't play.
played,
Okay.
Yeah, there's no one of the new ones. I don't think really. Just those 2.
Yeah, it was Mike White and
Jordan Love.
First time in history that a guy Cooper Rush threw a touchdown to Amari Cooper.
Did Geno Smith get his first win?
Oh
yeah,
good
Geno
call.
Smith had a
But
great
he's
week.
not a rookie. That's what
He said
it's rookies.
Rookies. Okay.
And
so
not a
Cooper
first-time
Rush,
starter
first
either.
time a guy's first name threw a touchdown on the guy's that last name matched, but also the Cowboys did the same thing last year when the guy's last name of the quarterback matched the first name when Andy Dalton threw to Dalton Schultz.
Nice.
So they've held both records.
Can you imagine if you would have placed bets on that?
$1,000 on each one.
Well, it's
You'd be down 2,000.
I don't think
but
those are
aren't
prop.
bad-
Those are
aren't
good
bad
prop
bets.
bets. Those
Because
are
they're
prop
playing
bets,
together. Cooper Rush is throwing to Murray Cooper. It's going to happen. You know he's starting, and Dalton was throwing to Dalton, so
Yeah.
it's possible. It's not as crazy as the Mike White bet. I
I
would go
know.
with those bets before
That's
Mike White.
insane.
That is crazy.
Out of the whole NFL, he's gonna throw for the most yards, but he threw 1,000 on everybody else too.
Just
Yeah.
it's just the guy
Rush
taking
and-
Yeah.
it's taking the greatest odds.
In 3 weeks, he's going to be down money on that.
He's a
even though he won
professional gambler.
Then
or
again,
is
he
it-
probably owns like 6 planes and 6 yachts. He don't care. It's only
Yeah.
$1,000.
Yeah, he sounds like an idiot.
Yeah.
He's bankrupt.
Willie, anything?
Nothing for you, my friend. Sorry.
Okay. So next we're moving on to Rams Texans. Rams up 38-0 at one point, ended up winning 38-22. Kind of the big story in that was they were 16.5 point favorites and didn't cover because they only won by 16.
We were 14.5 on ours.
Oh, 16.5 went off at some places.
Yeah.
It's
You
the
got-
one reason
they were up 38-0.
we went up. We do it early so we get the better.
Yeah.
odds.
Stafford 3 touchdowns. Davis Mills 2 touchdowns. Henderson 1 touchdown rushing 90 yards. Cooper Kupp once again 7 catches 115 and a touchdown. Brandon Cooks 6 catches 83 and a touchdown. So the Rams move on to 7-1, and they are tied for first with the Cardinals and tied for second in the overall with Packers being first right now.
Let me ask you this though: Did Cooper Rush throw a touchdown to Amari Cooper and then Cooper Kupp at the same time on a different game get a touchdown as well? I mean, was there a prop bet on that? Like a lot of Coopers.
I know there was just 2 girls with Cooper Kupp.
The
2
girls in the
in
cup.
Cooper Kupp.
Who was that other Cooper? Riley Cooper. Remember? Did he said some bad things?
Yeah, he
didn't
got in trouble at a concert. Yeah.
Maybe he was getting drunk at a
Oh,
concert
yeah,
at the
that
same.
guy.
Maybe he was getting drunk at a concert at the same time that all those touchdowns happened.
Or he was drinking with not T Higgins. Shit, no.
John Gruden?
No, the other guy just got the DUI.
Oh, Henry Ruggs.
Henry Ruggs.
If he was
Not
drinking,
T.
he'd have a Corona there, Scotty.
Oh,
Yeah.
man.
Bills, Dolphins, 3-3 at halftime, and then the Bills move on 26-11. Josh Allen, 2 touchdowns, passing, 1 rushing. Beasley, 10 for 110. And Devontae Parker came back, 8 catches for 85 yards. Tua, 205 yards passing. And the Dolphins stand pat and keep Tua with no trades, as we talked about earlier. And the Dolphins move to 1-7, and the Bills bump up to 5-2.
That Miami team's killing me this year. I picked them to cover that 13.5. They
Uh,
lost by
You also
50.
picked them to be in the Super Bowl.
I know I did.
Steelers, Browns. Steelers get the mini upset on the road, 15-10 over the Browns. Big game in the division. Browns dropped to 4-4. Steelers are 4-3 now. Numbers are kind of quiet in that game. Just a pretty much defensive battle. Najee Harris had a nice game, 91 yards and a touchdown. But like I said, Steelers moved to 4-3. Browns are 4-4 now, and kind of working through the injury with the labrum on Baker Mayfield. Another game here, Titans Colts, big game, back and forth. Bad interception late in the game by Wentz to tie the game on a screen pass, and then he threw an interception later in
Yikes.
overtime.
That's
for the
Wentz.
field goal. 34-31, 231, 3 touchdown. Taylor, 70 yards and a touchdown. Pittman, 86 yards and 2 touchdowns, 10 catches. Tannehill, 3 touchdowns. Henry, before being injured, 28 carries, 68
Stop.
yards. So the Colts did a great job.
Stop talking about his injury.
Defense. And A.J. Brown had a big game, 10 catches, 155 and a touchdown. That was, I want to call that my fantasy game of the day.
How was Julio Jones's game? Good.
He didn't play.
Exactly. I also have him on that same team.
He'll be back.
Is Calvin Ridley on your team as well? He didn't play.
No,
for-
he's done, right? He's
Yeah, something's going on with him.
emotional reasons.
He retired.
He's coming back.
Yeah, did he retire?
Was he an Alabama player?
As
Yeah.
fans, we're
figure.
supposed to honor his wishes because he's got mental health issues. So it's like Simone Biles and that Osuka Chachuka
And Rodgers.
and Rogers. We're not supposed to badmouth them. We're supposed to support them all the way. I read Twitter.
Yeah.
And
Jaguars,
and Matt Nagy.
the Seahawks lose. Why do you make fun of Matt Nagy?
I'm sorry.
I don't get
We
it.
got to support him too.
So stupid, man. These guys are so dumb. They are-
I
they
made
are.
fun. I made fun of Aaron Rodgers.
The kid genius in Green Bay was 22nd ranked offensive guy Aaron Rodgers.
I
Wait
made
till Aaron
fun of
Rodgers is
Aaron Rodgers
gone.
at the same
Let's see how
time.
great he is.
Yes.
Really, let's.
I can't wait.
Yeah.
Just breaking news: the Packers trade Matt LaFleur for Matt Nagy. Let's see how that turns out.
Matt Nagy's probably like, I'll do it.
Well, with Rogers there, they're going to win.
Yeah, there you go.
There you go.
Jaguars dropped to 1-6, lose to the Seahawks 31-7. Geno Smith 2 touchdowns. Lockett 12 for 142. Another good game after being quiet. And I think Metcalf had 2 touchdowns right in that game.
Yes, he did.
Yeah.
Yes.
I have him on
Came
my
back, right?
fantasy team.
You have
Yes,
him,
I
right?
Him as
Yeah, do you
well.
have him?
Who?
DK Metcalf?
Metcalf.
He had 2 touchdowns this week. Yeah. I think
Yeah,
so,
it didn't matter. I got my ass handed.
Lawrence 1 touchdown. $10 Lawrence 1 touchdown.
And
$10 Lawrence. We're gonna call him $10 Trevor the rest of the
Dime
year.
or who's Daniel Jones? Dimebag Daryl or
No,
whatever?
he's Danny Dimes.
Danny Dimes. Yeah.
Bag Daryl, where you get that from?
We're called how about
Pantera.
Trevor 10 piece? We'll
No.
call him Trevor 10 piece.
just call him Sunshine.
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 No, we're making fun of the $10 pick in Dynasty. So that's what I'm making fun of.
Oh, gotcha.
No, $10 in Dynasty.
Guys.
Remember, he was picked for $10 in our rookie draft?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Guys, Daniel Jones. Where do we stand on Daniel Jones?
I don't know.
He's better than Mitch Trubisky.
Well, still.
Look, I mean,
does that mean he should be starting for an NFL team?
Is he really better than Mitch Trubisky?
I don't know. Should he be starting for an NFL team?
He has nobody to throw to.
Yeah.
Oh, likes to throw to the. He threw to the Chiefs the other
Daniel
night.
Jones
pretty well.
has got Kadarius Toney. He's got he's got Kenny Galladay. He's got
Galladay.
Galladay didn't play.
But he's got
Shepard.
Slayton and Shepard.
Shepard
And
hurt.
Evan
Slayton went out hurt.
Slayton got hurt, and Kadarius Toney got hurt too.
I mean,
Shepard was playing.
But
wasn't
everybody might play, but Tony got hurt in the game.
No, but
Evan Ingram.
And some Booker was running back.
Yeah, but I mean, they've
Well,
got the
still.
talent there. They're just saying everybody's injured.
Well, they've got
but,
kind of a crappy line too, I think.
but the rest of their team is stacked offensively.
And you got the head coach there.
Oh, Joe Judge, he's
Yeah,
drunk.
no, that's true.
He's drunk? Is that what he said?
He struggles a bit. He just isn't very good.
He was telling people about their tires and stuff the other day.
He's going to be selling tires.
Don't
soon.
get him fired.
Chargers go on the road and lose to the Patriots. No, I'm sorry. Patriots go on the road and beat the Chargers 27-24. Two
crazy.
back-to-back not great loss for the Chargers, who everybody was buying in, including myself, the first couple weeks. Herbert, 2 touchdowns. Ian Allen, 6 for 77 and a touchdown. Damian Harris, 80 yards and a touchdown. Mac Jones, 218, no touchdowns. So the Patriots moved to 4-4, and the Chargers moved to 4-3. Buccaneers, Saints, the team that kind of only team that can beat Brady overall is the Saints. They have his number, 36-27.
Called that one.
36-27. Moves the Saints right back in contention in the division, 5-2. Buccaneers are still 6-2.
But they lost Jameis.
Yeah, Winston is out, and they're going to try to figure it out next week or so.
Taysom Hill was out too, wasn't he? in that game?
Concussion.
Yeah.
So they played with
Trevor Siemian looked like Tom Brady Jr. the other day.
Trevor
so
Siemian game.
I'm really not. I'm not feeling like.
But you're facing
a
a
letdown.
You're facing a Buccaneers team with no defensive backs. It's tough, man.
Yeah.
Brady had 4 touchdowns though, as we talked about earlier. Godwin 8 for 140 and a touchdown. So Godwin's had a couple back-to-back good games. Kamara 61 yards and a touchdown. Simeon 159 and a touchdown. And the Buccaneers lose at New Orleans. I think New Orleans, the Buccaneers still be around, but New Orleans, that's interesting. That they keep doing that. The defense is playing pretty well. So Cowboys go to Minnesota and lose to the Vikings. Beat the Vikings. I'm sorry, 2016. With Cooper Rush starting because Dak Prescott was, I believe, they were smart in holding him out. Division is going to be winnable without him. I think it was smart to do. They can go a couple games if they need to get him better. And now they won that game. So I wouldn't be surprised the rest of them another week. I really wouldn't. If they one more week, give them one more week to get 100%, not rush them back. I really believe they should. Yes.
I do have a little interesting tidbit about this. So Cooper Rush became the second quarterback in Cowboys history to throw for 300 yards in his first career start. So do you think it's Roger, Troy, Tony, Dak, or other?
What's the question again?
Who else?
Cooper Rush became the second quarterback in Cowboys history to throw for 300 yards in his first career start. Would it be Roger?
It's other because it's Jason Garrett.
Nope.
Oh,
it's Romo.
Nope. It's the guy who went to the same college he went to.
Who? Cooper Rush?
Gary Hogaboom.
Gary Hogaboom.
Oh, of course.
That's other.
1984. Right. Other.
Of course
I was going Jason Garrett because Jason Garrett had that big game. He started
Against
the Packers one time.
yep.
Yeah, but I don't know if that was his first start though.
I don't remember.
That's a cool stat right there, man.
I thought Romo came out of like nowhere when wasn't he just like a
But
pickup?
but it was there. He was undrafted and
Right.
Parcells started him. But because it was, I think didn't they bench Drew over for JD? Was it JD Drew, the ex-baseball player, was their quarterback there?
No, Henson was there.
Oh, Henson. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
Henson,
the
Drew.
$1 million
I'm saying
arm.
the baseball, Drew Henson, the baseball player. I couldn't think.
But I
JD
think
Drew.
but
JD
Drew.
Drew.
That's awesome.
Hey, Drew Bledsoe was in the mix in those years though, and Romo was always like the fans wanted Romo to start because he was a big preseason guy.
Romo cop.
Yeah, and Romo got in like week 7 or 8 that year.
Yeah, one more on this,
Yep.
Okay, good.
if you don't mind.
Yeah, go ahead.
I do.
Okay, you'll get over it. Cooper Rush's 73-yard touchdown to Cedric Wilson was the longest completion by the Cowboys since
Roger Starbuck.
2018.
Michael Gallup.
Dak to.
I have no idea who it was. So.
I told you who it
Probably
was. I
figure it
said
out.
it's Michael Gallup.
Okay, we'll
Okay.
leave it there.
I have no
Dak-
idea.
So
Gallup.
Cooper Rush had 2 touchdown pass, 325. Amari Cooper 8 for 122 in that game and a touchdown. Cousins 1 touchdown. 18 for 78 for Dalvin Cook and Thielen 6 for 78 for a touchdown. Cousins' woes on primetime continue. He's one and whatever in the last.
Why doesn't Minnesota play Madison when Delvin Cook's in the game? Madison gets like 0 carries or 1 or 2 maybe.
That's how it is, man.
And Madison, when it's the other way around, he gets like 20 and he rushes for 134.
Who's the offensive coordinator there?
I don't get it. Why don't they split
I'm
carries
not sure
with
the
him?
corner is. I don't remember.
They completely don't play the other guy.
Zimmer's days might be not. He
Yeah.
maybe on the
Still got a hot wife.
That's another game, though. Another game. They're kind of like the Chargers right now. They have so many
Benchwarmers,
games
hot
that they've
seat.
been in. They just lose them. I mean, but it's kind of sucks when you lose a backup quarterback. I
Put
mean,
him in
if
the-
it was
put him on the hot
2016,
seat.
if it was 2016 to Dak Prescott playing, I'd be like, but I mean, Cooper Rush, their defensive backs didn't play well at all.
Minnesota just doesn't like the culture. It might be a culture thing right now. They don't know how to win.
Mhm.
I'd say I would put Zimmer on that if we're doing the bench warmers hot seat. I
No,
don't know.
Zimmer's girlfriend on the hot seat.
Bench warmers.
I'm putting Zimmer on the hot seat.
Another game that we can talk about for about 30 seconds. Not even football team loses to the Broncos 17-10. That's all we're going to say.
Next
about
game.
that.
Yeah, whatever.
So we'll move on to the NFC. We talked about the Vikings. The Lions lose to the Eagles 44-6.
Do you know that on Saturday when you guys are at my house, you guys guaranteed that the Lions were going to beat the Eagles?
We all talked about last week.
I thought it.
I think
And
we
it
all picked Detroit last week.
44
I
to
picked Philly.
6.
Oh, did you? We picked Detroit.
Look,
Yeah, everybody
you know,
else did.
Think about how well they played against all these good teams.
Yeah, and
Yeah,
Philadelphia's a
exactly.
shit
You're
team.
right.
Eagles not
You're right,
bad,
Roy.
but
Yeah.
they're not as good as
They're
some of the teams.
feisty.
Yeah. So they lose. Hurts only 103, no touchdowns at all in that game.
Yeah, horrible game.
And they win
7 for 71.
44-6.
Funniest thing I saw all weekend. I guess it wasn't that bad, but a guy in our fantasy league started Hurts over Mahomes because he just thought
I saw that.
it's kind of being smart in the room type thing.
Yeah.
Mahomes starts all the time, no matter how bad he's playing. I
Why
don't
would
care.
you do that?
I don't care. I know he Hurts playing Detroit, but
What
Giants at home.
was it, Petey?
I don't know who it was. Yes, it was.
Is he listening?
And he still lost either way. It was no big deal. I think they had
No,
almost the same.
he was at a really low score.
Yeah.
Ryan Miller is the only one listening tonight, I think.
Ah,
Look
good.
at,
That's fine.
look at that. Thank you, Ryan.
The Bears lose to the Niners 33-22 after pretty much dominating the first half. They pretty much didn't play very well in the second half. Justin Fields, 10 for 103 rushing, 175 and a touchdown. Garoppolo 322. Biggest play in Mitchell, 137 and a touchdown. Deebo Samuel 6 for 171. Biggest 2 plays in that game were the 3rd and 20 screen pass for an 80-yard gain for the 49ers. And also the highlight reel Justin Fields had on the 4th down terrible play call that he rolled right and ran for 25
That was
yards.
amazing.
It was one of the best
It was
plays.
like
of
a
the
Fran
year, actually.
Tarkenton run.
Yeah, it was pretty good play. I mean,
You
it was a
got-
terrible.
you gotta be
terrible-
happy with
terrible
him.
play call. but
You
he
got
made
to
the
be
best of
happy.
it. It was a
with
terrible
Fields.
play call.
Oh, he got out of it. Though.
Terrible.
Yeah.
He's like running around.
Yeah.
Just like
So
everywhere.
So the offense played better that day, but the defense.
Did you see Brandon Ayuk looked a lot better in that
yeah,
game?
Yeah. Yep. Well,
Finally.
playing the Bears secondary with no Eddie Jackson.
Right?
I look good out there.
Hello.
too. But yeah, the 49ers win, kind of back in the mix, maybe a little bit. You never know. Quietly, you never know. Jurgen Garoppolo had a nice game. Big game of the week was the Packers visiting the Cardinals, 24-21. The Packers win. We talked a little bit earlier. Rodgers, 2 touchdowns. A.J. Dillon, 16 for 78. Jones led receivers, 7 for 51, which we pretty much talked would happen. Kyler Murray, 274. Edmonds, 30 for a touchdown. And actually, we were talking about that. Aaron Jones. We were talking about that.
Yeah.
And Hopkins, 2 for 66. Big story of the game. AJ Green. That's the biggest part of the game right there. When they panned out on the play, every player on the other side was running routes, and he wasn't. So I think we know who didn't know what was going on.
There was a
him.
glitch, I think. I thought there was a glitch in the TV.
It was like the glitch in the Madden game.
Madden game,
I'd
yeah.
hate to be in the film room.
Yeah.
Dude, that game
so
was-
AJ, what were you thinking
And,
about that?
and for such a good, I didn't realize how many. And
It was a good game. really.
there was both teams were battling guys being hurt. Now Murray is hurt. They're saying
Yeah.
he has a bad ankle now.
probably out.
He was limping off the field. at the end of the
Hey, as
game.
long as he can throw.
Well, he
No,
likes to move a
no,
lot.
I'm just joking.
No,
Just
you're right
joking.
though. I mean, that's the thing.
Now I
I'll
gotta
tell
pick-
you what, though, that last drive, I mean, that is he is a dangerous player. I mean, that offense is dangerous. And
Almost
it was
looked
a
like it was-
fluke that they
Yeah.
didn't complete what they needed to. You know,
I'm gonna tell you as a Packer fan that looked rigged. They almost oversnapped him like 3 plays prior,
Mhm.
like on out of the shotgun. The center just throws the ball straight up almost. And Murray with his athletic ability saved the day.
Yeah.
And then AJ Green runs a run play and he throws to him in the end zone, and he's out there blocking her.
Well, this is a guy that
was ridiculous.
This AJ Green is a guy that he's been riddled by injuries. He hasn't been in the games much. It just seemed like he didn't know what the hell was going on. Like he didn't have the, he just
it was the right throw.
Didn't have the
Yeah,
knack.
he
for
had
it.
him boxed
He
out.
had
And he
him,
just
yeah.
spins around and hits him in the chest.
I think he's the third option. Kyler's like, "Oh, I like that,"
and it was just it's
he
just funny.
threw it, and then AJ's just like,
Yeah, I don't know. Looks up. You
Oh,
can see he looked up at the
done.
screen like, what?
He's like-
why is the ball not being run? Oh crap!
Yeah, he
Yeah.
looked up at the
And he
screen. He's
turned
like,
right.
hell
If he-
no.
and now
if
he's
he-
a meme. He's
It'd
a
be funny,
meme now.
If he actually turned like this, he probably would have knocked the ball down.
Yeah.
But he turned like this for some reason, like
Yeah,
because
just-
you
And
know
he
why?
never saw it.
You know why? Because he's looking at the screen
Yeah.
and the ball's reversed, and you don't think that quick. That's what he did. So.
And the best.
But it's the game.
What was the
man.
best meme of the
Oh,
NFL?
the Rodgers meme.
Oh, dude, that's
Rodgers loves it too. He loves it.
I was already memeing that before they said it was going to be the big meme.
Yeah,
I was like, I got to get my
big
meme
meme.
You
generator up.
invented the meme.
I think I did
So,
a couple of them.
My bottom three, top three this week in the NFL. Bottom three, we're going to go from 30 to 32. The Dolphins are 30.
God damn it.
The Texans are 31,
Mhm.
and the Lions.
My
are
Detroit
32.
Lions.
They weren't there last week either. I had them at 30. I was moving them up. I was going to move them out of there. My top three, and I said last week, my 3A and 3B, I'm going to do 3A, 3B. I'm going to put the Bills and Cowboys together at 3A, 3B. Because I got to put an AFC team in there.
Okay.
I'm putting the Rams at 2.
Okay.
And I said last week, if they won, whoever won that game will be number 1. The Packers are my number 1 right now in the NFL.
Mhm.
So those are my top three teams in the NFL. Cardinals are knocking on the door. The Buccaneers are still.
Cardinals are going to have a couple tough weeks here without Kyler.
Yeah, and well, he's not playing, and a little Ravens too are kind of team but Braves can't win the playoffs, so I'm not worried about them.
Yeah.
We'll see. So let's go to our picks for this week. Let's get them. Well, we did this a few weeks ago. I don't know if you were here, Eric.
Probably not.
No, you were here last week. We just pick certain games. We don't do every single game. We'll pick the games. We'll pick them, but we talk about only certain games.
Gotcha.
So what we're going to do here is, of course, my app went off, so that's awesome. No, there it is. So our first game on our list is Jets at the Colts. This Thursday night, Jets are getting 10.5 at Indianapolis. So are you going to roll a dice on this team that won at the Cincinnati, or do you think the Colts defense is going to be able to stifle this team? I'm going to go with the Colts minus 10.5.
That's a tough one.
I'm going to go Jets.
Okay.
Jets.
Yeah, I'm taking the Jets as
Jets
well.
going to cover.
Okay. Browns at Bengals. Browns +3 at the Bengals.
The Battle of Ohio.
Do you like that? There, Bengals giving 3, or the Bengals giving 3, or the Browns getting
I like
3?
the Bengals.
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 You have to look at what's going on with Odell. Is that going to divide their locker
Jesus
room?
Christ.
So I'm going to go with the Bengals.
I just like the Bengals because of Baker Mayfield being injured,
Yeah.
playing with that injury.
Yeah.
I had nothing. If he was healthy, I bet that spread would be even. I really would at this point, and they would have probably beat. And last week's game, see how much. The funny thing is, and I forgot to say is, so Odell Beckham, how he beats up on Baker Field. You know that Baker Mayfield made 2 real nice throws. Jarvis Landry fumbled one of them,
Mhm.
and also he dropped one.
Yep.
In that game. So.
Yeah.
I mean, doesn't matter if the ball goes or not. It's about your team winning. Shouldn't you be complaining about Jarvis Landry not catching the ball? I don't know. Not about the quarterback. I
That
don't
makes sense to me.
Whatever. So not my worries, not my team. Cowboys giving 9.5 to the Broncos, and I'm gonna take the Cowboys, thinking Dak Prescott's gonna
He'll
play.
play. I think he'll
So
play.
I'm taking the Cowboys in this game. I think they just continue to play and keep winning these games that are games they should be winning, and I think they win it pretty good. How do you guys think?
I like Denver.
Denver +9.
Yeah,
I'm with
to
you.
cover
I'm
that.
with you on the Cowboys.
I'm going with Denver because I think they're going to have a hard time adjusting to Dak going from Cooper Rush.
Shit, come on.
This is the game. This
Line
is
of the
This
show.
is funny. This line right here is funny.
That was
You're
the funniest line of the show.
Would you ever think that the Dolphins would be giving 7? Giving 7.
at home.
Come on.
I'm picking the damn Dolphins.
Texans all the
They're
way.
going to be the best team in football this week.
I think this could be Brian Flores nailing the coffin. I think the Texans win.
Yeah, I got the Texans
Alex
on this.
Mills.
Yeah,
I'm going to tell you, I keep picking Miami, and they keep losing, so I'm picking them
I'm
again.
going Texans. Atlanta at New Orleans. Falcons getting 6 at New Orleans. Now, this is how the NFL goes. I'll tell you right now.
Yep, I hear you.
I'm taking the Falcons.
Yeah, I am too.
And I wouldn't be surprised if they wouldn't did it outright because it's just how the NFL goes.
Yeah, this is how it
Well,
goes.
that's
They're
'cause
going to
that's
have
how
to
the
adjust.
Yeah, and
They're going to have to
they-
adjust. The
now-
Saints are a 500 team.
Yeah, and I they won
There.
last week, but I'm gonna go with
Is this 2 home games in a row for them though?
yeah, Saints. Yep. Yeah, back to back. So who do you like?
I'm going Saints then.
Giants, Raiders -3 at New York this week. Raiders -3, coming off a bye, but got to go cross country, kind of.
It's tough for the West Coast team to go east.
Yep. I'm with Jace on the Vegas Raiders falling apart. I'm taking the Giants.
I like the Oakland Vegas Raiders.
I got the Raiders too.
Yep.
Just win, baby.
Just
yeah, doing whatever they got.
You know what? They see they have a chance to win this division. I don't think they're gonna let it go. I think they have a chance to win this division out realistically. It's not like, oh, we got to be. They're if they win this game, they're in the driver's seat. They really are. I think so. For now, it's early.
This next game, I can't believe how little.
Patriots -3.5 at Carolina +3.5, but Carolina's got a good defense. They're banking on that. I don't know. You're going on the road. Patriots just won on the road. They're going back-to-back road games. It's tough. It's just a tough game. If I was really putting money out there, this is one game I probably wouldn't bet.
No, hell
personally.
no. Hell no. I'd
Not
stay
with
away
the
from
3.5. That's
This-
ridiculous.
If you
yeah.
had a good, bad, and ugly for
I'd bet
betting
a-
games, it'd be the
I'd bet 1,000 on this game.
I'm gonna go just because of Bill Belichick. I'm going with the Patriots -3.
And remember, Carolina doesn't have a quarterback.
Or running back.
Yeah, Darnold's hurt too now.
So, and even Robbie Anderson.
Actually,
he's out too potentially as he got
Darnold being out might be a benefit.
Yeah. Who you guys like?
I'm taking the Patriots.
Patriots.
We got Bill.
Okay, Vikings -14.5 at Jacksonville. On the road,
Buffalo.
You guys all like Buffalo?
No, you
you said Vikings. So.
Oh, I'm sorry, Buffalo. I'm looking at the one. Buffalo -14 at the Jaguars.
Nobody circles the wagons like the Buffalo Bills.
I'm going Jaguars. That's a lot. We saw it this week with those high score. They barely covered both of those. If not, the one that you said 16.5, they didn't cover.
I'm taking the Bills. Bills will win by 20.
I'm going with Sunshine.
I'm gonna take.
Oh, look at you.
I'm gonna take the Kitties too.
That's a lot of points. That's over 2 touchdowns.
How about the
with my math.
Chargers getting? I'm sorry, Vikings +5.5 at the Ravens, and the NFL once again. I'm going to tell you right now, man. NFL is just like this. They look pathetic on Sunday night against a team without their quarterback, and I'm going to say the Vikings cover that. I'm not going to say I'm not going to go on a limb, but I'm taking the Vikings +5.
Ravens.
That's a 3-point game.
Ravens.
The Queens.
Okay. Chargers -2.5 at the Eagles.
Wow, the Eagles looked good last week, but who are they playing?
So you guys like Charger or Eagle? Chargers.
I like
on the road.
Chargers.
I don't like either one of them. They've both been playing like shit.
I think the Chargers get back on.
Yeah,
track.
Chargers are a good team.
I'm going to take Philadelphia.
Okay.
Just because I don't know.
Bolts.
They both.
Bolts.
They look bad.
My
for
next
teams.
game, if I was that guy, and
This
if
is
I was
crazy.
if I was the,
I wouldn't bet this game.
if I was the guy on like you hear on the TV commercials on the radio, you call my line right now. I give it a lock of the week. 1-800 bet me lock of the week.
Is that Mike Lindell?
It's the Packers +2.5 is lock of the week. Easily getting points.
Yeah, I can't believe this.
I don't think that Chiefs defense is good enough to
slow them
keep up
down
with the
even.
Packers. I don't. I think the
Look
Packers.
how much they struggled last night.
The Chiefs defense.
Now the
is-
one
The Packers are due for a
but
loss.
the one
man.
thing is a difference. You kind of look at the teams they played, and the Giants do have a good defense. The Packers secondary is still kind of beat up, so that may be a big part of this game. But I still think Packers outscore them, and it's going to be 3 points at least. So 2.5 plays.
And they've won in Kansas City recently too. They won a couple of years in Kansas City, I
So-
think, against Mahomes.
All I would,
Mahomes was hurt. That
Oh no,
first game.
but Devontae was too. Remember that?
he dislocated his kneecap.
Yeah, Mahomes and Devontae were out in that game, but the Packers did win. That was 2 or 3 years ago.
if I were the Packers, I'd just do what the Giants did, But they have look what they had to do. They were doubling up on Hill
Tyreek,
and
Well,
Kelsey.
LaFleur is the greatest coach ever. So
Kelsey was shut down in the first half.
I'm taking the Chiefs. I'm sorry. I just feel like the Packers are due for a loss.
I don't see how the Packers lose that game, but I didn't see how they could win this week's game. So, but the Chiefs, you see what they're giving up per drive? 3.5 points almost per drive. So the Packers get 8 drives. They're going to put up almost 30 on them on average.
Cardinals 2.5 giving to the Niners at San Francisco. Man, if I knew Kyler Murray,
second round for him,
second game, yeah,
second game, yeah.
But Trey Lance almost beat the Cardinals the first time. It was a close game. If I knew Kyler Murray wasn't hurt at all, this would be actually, if he wasn't hurt at all, it'd probably be 4.5, 5 probably. I'm gonna, man, I don't. That's tough. Who do you guys like?
I'm going Niners.
Niners.
Cardinals for me.
I got to pick against them because when I pick for them, Kyler and Kirk let me down.
I got the Cardinals.
Who do you got, Willie?
Niners.
I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go with Cardinals. I mean, San Fran won this week, but the Bears played with them almost all. I mean, the Bears aren't good, so I don't know. This is just weird. Tennessee at the Rams. Rams -7.5 at home on Sunday Night Football. Good game. Who do you guys like?
No Henry.
No, yeah, good call. No
Rams.
Rams, yeah.
I tell you, the Rams. Tannehill's got everything on his shoulders, and when that happens, it doesn't work out too well for Tannehill. Usually,
might be 12 points.
But AJ Brown and Julio Jones may be back, so that may be a difference. But that defense, man, when you know you got to pass, that defense is coming to get you.
And you got Von Miller.
Von Miller should be able to play this week too. I'm guessing he should be. It's a defense. He'll be at least on third downs, at least to rush the passer.
Okay, that's all the games, right?
Last game is Bears Steelers. Bears 6.5 at
Bears
at Pittsburgh. Pittsburgh giving 6.5 or giving 6.5 to the Bears on Monday Night Football.
Bears. It's too much to cover.
Stellars.
Take Steelers also.
No.
Bear down, truckers.
Yep.
So save those picks. Don't forget.
Bear down.
So let's all
Chicago
go
Bears.
to our. Let's move on. So we got their football done. I thought I had one more thing, but I'll figure it out in a minute. Let's do some jokes. Who's got jokes?
Oh, you guys got jokes?
I got jokes.
Throw some jokes, Willie.
I'll pull up some pictures of the Chicago Bears.
Go ahead.
All right, let me find them. I have them written down. Hey, look at that. So I made a pencil with 2 erasers. It was pointless.
I like it.
I don't know if you heard, but my deaf girlfriend broke up with me. All the signs were there.
All the signs were there. Great.
Did you hear what the drummer called his daughters? Anna 1, Anna 2. Paching.
Anna 1, Anna 2.
I asked my dog what 2 minus 2 was. He said nothing.
That's the best joke you've said, I think.
That was good.
My kid got diarrhea after eating apples or alphabet soup. It was a large vowel movement.
Vowel.
Chase, you looking up jokes or you're just Oh.
What did one egg say to the other, Ed?
Oh, I don't
Pull over. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah, get over to the side of the road. Put your hands up. What's up?
I just got laid.
Chicken joke.
What did the fish say when he swam into the concrete wall? Damn.
Willie.
That's all I got, kids.
What did Cinderella say when she got to the ball?
What?
Oh my God. What did I walk back into?
That's worse than me.
I was gonna give the joke, Jason.
Hey, what do you call an expert fisherman?
Huh?
A masturbator.
Oh.
You're listening to the Basement Benchwarmers podcast. Check us out on Facebook at Basement Benchwarmers, also on Instagram at Basement Benchwarmers, and on Twitter at Base Benchwarmers. And our email is basementbenchwarmers@gmail.com.
I saw we need a break there for a second. Ed, any more?
No, I just got some closing random thoughts.
I do have this day in sports history.
Oh, what is it? This day in sports history, I'm wearing the
There you go, my friend.
Not
Hells
today.
yeah.
Sorry, tomorrow, everybody.
Start today, but end of tomorrow.
That's right.
5 years ago, the Cubs won their first and only World Series.
Yeah, I didn't watch that end.
And only they won a couple in the early 1900s.
Oh, well, since I've been alive.
And 08.
Well, those weren't World Series. Those were like
No, that was
those were World
Yeah,
Series.
yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
I thought those.
Yeah,
were
they won in odd 8.
06 and 08.
But
they won.
not 2008.
Yeah, yeah.
I got 2 more for
Okay.
you.
Is it like trivia question we make it? Or?
I don't know if I can. No, I can't. It's just too much to it. So, I guess I could ask you, in 1997, which San Diego Charger returned punts for 85 and 67 yards in a 38-31 loss at Cincinnati?
97.
Who was their returner back then?
You would have been like 4.
Chargers.
No way, you know this.
97. I was
97. He
I was
was
like,
not
Oh,
for.
97. I thought he said
We're in our
79.
30s there, buddy.
was
They
it-
went to the Super Bowl that No.
97 was that Stan Humphries led team?
Yeah, Humphrey was the quarterback. Yeah.
That was 94, I think.
Oh yeah,
He
but he
lost.
still might have been around.
The kick returner for them.
Oh jeez.
What's his initials?
E.M.
Eric Metcalf.
There you go.
Nice.
Yeah,
There you go.
nice.
Good job.
This one is I can't really do too much. with it.
DK's father.
There you go.
It might be.
Yeah, they look like twins.
You never know.
Wow.
He's a little guy.
In 2002, Mark Messier plays his 1,616th NHL hockey game. A 3-2 Rangers loss against the St. Louis Blues to move into second place all-time games played list. He passed Larry Murphy and ends his career with 1,756 games, just 11 shy of Gordie Howe.
It's good.
So-
Gordy should have that record.
Yep.
And Gordy played like 3 years in the WHL.
Shell
and
and yeah.
Into his 50s, right?
yeah, he was still good.
Yep.
I mean, Larry Murphy was underrated defenseman too.
So I got one last story here. UCLA commit Justin Martin threw 13 touchdown passes in a 106-0 win in his high school game this past weekend.
Did he get a game ball?
They should have pulled him.
That was the thing about it. They were upset. The other team was, but it was unsportsmanlike, blah, blah. And then teams were asked, like, why would you play him that long? He's committed to UCLA. Was it someone would have, because I'll be honest, if you're going to beat me up that bad,
Take a shot at him.
I would have laid him out,
totally.
took a penalty. Not his knees or nothing.
I would have.
I would have just clobbered him any chance I got.
Yeah.
It would have been late. I would have took the penalty and walk. I would have just walked right to the locker
That's
room.
Bush League.
Yeah. But I 106-0 though. Pretty big score. The final score on the scoreboard read 6-0 because the scoreboard didn't have enough numbers on it. So
Probably should have just left it at 96.
Yeah.
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 To kind of,
let's not
slaughter rule would have.
yeah. When it gets to 100, they reset it like Recplex basketball games for little kids.
Yeah.
They reset it.
What's that Braves game going, Jace?
They're heading to bottom of the 7, 6-0 Braves.
Wow.
We'll be able to watch celebration a little bit.
Yeah.
Carl Bradley's a jinx.
Yeah, you know the game's basically over as MLB puts out as you can vote for Willie Mays World Series MVP.
Yeah, it's not over yet though.
Willie Mays?
Hey,
he's not playing
as we
anymore.
speak right now, they're getting the buzzers out. They're getting the cans out. They're like, we're all stop. How Houston's taking all the stops last 2 innings.
Yeah.
But if you remember,
Altuve's got the
Mookie
wiring all
Wilson's-
under his shirt.
You got a bad tattoo last night?
Yeah. Man, it's
Well, the
happened
Astros
before
came back
with
the last game, right? I mean, the Braves were ahead last game, right?
early.
No, it was early. They
They
came
came
back.
back like in a third inning.
Oh yeah, that's
So
right.
what about Mookie?
I
No,
can't
I
stay
mean
up
they
that late.
had to pull all the liquor and everything out of the clubhouse
Oh yeah.
when all that started happening. They got a bunch of hits late, and
Well, I mean,
but just bringing up the Braves, there have been less people killed by the Atlanta Braves' famous tomahawk chop, which is in the news, in the last 40 years than Alec Baldwin has killed in his latest movie.
Wow.
Yeah,
Or
so
Henry
I mean,
Ruggs killed.
the Braves have been really getting a lot of shit for that, and Alec Baldwin's a murderer almost.
So we didn't talk about the World Series. We've been talking back and forth, but the World Series might end tonight with the Braves, and I think that's kind of a good story.
Yeah,
it's a cool story.
yeah, it is. I mean, nobody expected it, so
I
none of
did.
us picked it.
Dusty Baker was on the other side,
Yeah.
so you got to pick pretty much.
I picked them in 5, but it ended up being 6.
Yeah.
I guy wasn't because then Carr got to go. Not that he wanted to see this problem.
Right. No, but yeah. Friend of the show, Carl and Brian Bradley.
Carl and Brian Bradley are there.
Yeah, and they were interviewed by Atlanta Channel 46 down there.
And another friend of the show, Bob Michael, was at game 4 and 5 in Atlanta.
Was he?
Yes,
Really?
he was.
Okay.
Nice.
Bobby Michael.
Yeah, Bobby Michael was
Really?
there.
Win or lose, it's awesome to be there. I'm sure. I mean,
Yeah, I went to a Cubs playoff game when they got beat by the Mets a few years back. Wasn't that cool? Because it was cool for the beginning of the atmosphere, but after he started losing, it was like, yeah, that's kind of.
What about that high school kid, Mikey Williams? He signed that historic footwear
Yeah.
deal with
17-year-old signed a footwear deal
with Puma.
They can do that now. He's not going to college.
No, because you can. You can now. Yep.
That's right.
So I think that's all we got, right, guys? Anything else? Nobody?
I've
Bueller?
seen something too. Lucas Giolito and someone else they were watching Max Fried. They went to high school together.
Yes, they did.
They're
It was him, Max Fried, and what was the other guy? They're all. I had that a few weeks. We talked about it earlier.
Yeah.
A few months ago on the show.
I think it was a Cardinals pitcher. Does that sound right?
Yeah.
Oh, Giolito Flaherty.
Flaherty.
Yeah, Flaherty. Yeah.
They're
They all went
at
to the
game
same.
6
They all went to
watching
the same high school.
Holy cow!
Oh, where'd they go to? Where are
amazing.
they from?
And Tremper beat him.
Do you know where they're
I thought it
from?
was like
I'm gonna guess Georgia or Texas.
Well,
That's where they all come from.
Florida.
I'm not
Yeah,
sure.
oh, there you
but
go.
It
Good
might have even if it's for baseball.
I'm gonna guess it wasn't North Dakota.
Well,
a lot of players. San Diego
for
too. A lot of
baseball-
San Diego.
For baseball, one of the options we had this spring break was to actually go to Kentucky and play against former MLB high schools, like MLB player high schools that they went to. Walker Buehler runs it with a few other pitchers, where they're former high schools. They set up a tournament down there in Kentucky and they play. I don't know. I don't know if they went to Kentucky.
No, I don't know.
Kentucky, you know.
You know, you got a little computer in your hand. You can look it up.
Kentucky always has pretty good players.
Yeah.
Closing thoughts, Willie.
Closing thoughts. Yeah, well, you started closing thoughts. Now you started.
Closing thoughts. What the hell's going on this week? Anything?
Everything.
Scott, $10 on 00.
Oh, yep. Going gambling this week with my
That's
dad.
right.
And my father-in-law.
Oh, that's right.
Going to St. Louis.
Yeah.
San Luis, watch yourself. You know?
San Luis.
The STL.
STL. Land of the Rams. Wait, no. Sorry.
Oh gosh, don't even go there.
I went to a football game there.
Used to be a great little area down Lake Leah's Landing. That we're right across
St.
from the
Louis
stadium.
is a nice
Used
city.
to had
It's
great
fun.
bars,
Great zoo.
great little area. Now it's
Yeah.
it's a ghost town down there now because they took the football team out of there.
A lot of good little breweries.
I just don't like that taking a team out of that area because
Oh, it
we
sucks.
talked to a guy at a bar and they used to get good crowds at those games too. It wasn't like it was like
Yeah.
like Jackson. How does Jacksonville still have a team? But St. Louis doesn't.
That doesn't
Right.
make
Yeah.
any sense.
Nobody goes-
Ownership.
nobody
Ownership.
goes to
Because you have a good-
Jacksonville.
because
They
you
have
have
a
Ahmad Khan or
multi-billion
whatever
dollar
his name is.
owner.
Yeah, I'm just. It's
But he
weird.
wants. He's gonna move that team.
I would.
Who owns Jacksonville?
Khan.
Khan.
Yeah. Billy. He wants to move it to London.
from
though,
Star
that's the
Trek.
thing.
Yeah.
The Rathacon.
He wants to move it to London.
Ricardo.
He does. He
Ricardo
wants to move it to
Montacon.
London. I think that's his
Was that
ultimate
who played
goal.
him? Yeah, it was. God.
Shatner overacting.
Yeah, but never.
Never.
Closing thoughts, Jace, any?
No, Christmas time.
It's
We're
Christmas. No.
gonna
Hey,
do
don't-
starting December Christmas cocktails.
Hey, don't
Yes,
we? No, hey, don't we have
yes.
like this is the month of birthdays?
Yes,
For the
that's what I was just gonna.
Benchwarmers.
That was my closing.
Sorry,
thought.
dude. Go ahead.
My
Finish
closing
it.
thought is November is the best month, and
Deer season.
yeah, I mean, and the number 1, 2, and 3 ranked bench warmers all have their birthdays in November.
He's a very strange young man.
Comes from upbringing.
And it's going to
Probably
be
idiots, too.
Stout month, right?
Stout month, and it
And
could,
I
it
tell you
could
what-
be Blanton's
An
month.
idiot.
It could be
from
Blanton's
upbringing.
month. Let's not forget about Thanksgiving. Everybody does. Thanksgiving is a great holiday. Turkey and
Red cabbage.
football.
So whose birthdays are in November?
All of us.
All 3 of us.
So-
Well, Ed and I are within like a week.
Ed, how old are you? When's your birthday again?
The 9th.
When's your birthday?
Next Tuesday.
16.
Ninth.
Next
When's your
Tuesday.
birthday?
9
The
times.
9th.
Mine's on the 28th.
9 times.
9 times.
9 times.
9 times. 9 times.
9 times.
9 times. 9
So I think we should have a
9
field trip this year, right? We should have a field trip for the
To a-
birthday guys.
To a brewery.
Broken Bat.
Broken Bat, Eagle Park, and Fiserv Forum.
Can we just go to a goddamn strip club like normal people?
So how old are you gonna be?
I'll be 48.
Eric, how are you gonna be?
I will be 48.
And Willie, how old are you gonna be?
58.
No.
49.
No. How old are you gonna be, Willie?
60.
Oh my.
Really, when he stays up past his bedtime.
Hey, who's gonna change my diaper?
You're not the president yet.
Wow.
So that's your closing thought, the birthdays?
Yeah.
So how old are you
I'm
gonna be?
excited
How old are
about
you gonna be?
48.
48.
I'm younger than Ed.
48.
I'm 50.
I'm younger
50,
than
yeah.
Ed.
Wow, you guys are old.
Oh, you know what I wanted to say real quick? You know what the 50th anniversary of this year is?
Hold on, 50th anniversary
Scott's
is
birth.
Magic Kingdom.
Nope.
It is.
But but you know what the best one is? The best sitcom of all time.
71 MASH.
No.
Three's Company.
Nope.
Wait.
What?
50 years of what? You're 1972 right now?
It'd be 71.
Well, I wasn't even born yet. Or I was.
You
Oh,
remember 'em?
Love American Style.
Nope. All the family.
All family.
That's pretty good, yeah.
Wish we had
Oh,
that.
gee.
Oh, gee.
You know, Norman Lear's 99 years old.
He's still alive, too, isn't
Yes,
he?
yeah.
99.
99.
Good for him. That's awesome.
99. Ed, what's your closing thoughts?
I'll ruin
Archie
everything.
Bunker. Say something Archie Bunker would say.
Archie Bunker, you're a
Doesn't he
meat-
always?
You're a meathead, Willie. Get out of my chair.
Right wing pinko.
So speaking of that, Kaepernick says the NFL are slave owners. I thought we were going to bring this up, but I know we're not trying to talk about Kaepernick because but
he's not a friend of the show.
Yeah, no.
Hey, he's his choice, not ours.
When really they're slave owners. When's the last time you seen Kunta Kinte throw balls in front of 32 teams in Atlanta trying to secure a $20 million contract?
He didn't because he moved it. Remember?
He's like Kunta, and they're like Kobe. He's like $20 million. Toby's good. It's like what the fuck?
That is vodka, by the way.
No, I just was like, that's the worst.
That was in that Netflix
That's a
special,
horrible
right?
take.
Netflix special.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I won't be watching that one. No.
If you compare,
I watched the Robin Williams one this week.
We've talked about this
I'd rather
before.
watch that.
Yeah,
It's
we
good.
talked about this before, and if then everybody is in the same boat. We all work for someone, right? Kind of.
Yeah, we all have a boss.
Yeah.
And even if you don't work for somebody, you have someone that's always on you. For instance, Ed don't work for anybody,
But the
someone
IRS is always making sure I'm in line.
Your jobs are always on you to get the
Oh, yeah.
job done.
Yeah.
Right. There's always someone that's getting
Oh.
someone's on him to get the job. There's always somebody on top, somebody
Yeah.
coming down. So I whatever. And we make way less than he ever
I think
made.
Bob Dylan had a song that said, "Everybody, you got to serve somebody.
There you go.
Got to serve somebody."
I don't know if I couldn't understand it when he said it.
Hey, you got to serve somebody. One like that.
It's not like Cartman.
Yeah,
Whatever. A little John Gruden in there too. I don't know. Little Mike Wilson.
Anything else, Ed?
No, I'm gonna leave some of these out of there.
He just pooped his pants.
I wrote
Okay.
some stuff, but
No Biden stuff.
So we are moving on to the time of mini series. So we probably get out of here. No, we did it pretty quick for all the stuff we had to get. We had a lot of stuff to get in tonight.
It's like
We did.
The NFL, we didn't talk as much about the NFL, but we talked. We did stuff tonight.
it's a good show.
I've decided we're not going to be the lower floor fellas anymore.
Oh, thank
Oh,
goodness.
good. Back to
We're
the
going to stay with the
bench
best basement bench warmers, and let's take
All
off.
my business
Well,
card. I'd have to
the
change
protesters
reprint business cards.
The protesters will wear off eventually,
Okay.
so we'll be fine.
Well, Eric's gonna have to change the stickers now.
yeah.
Yeah,
I-
when you go
put
back
all
to the
those
sticker
stickers.
convention next week, get our stickers
Convention.
changed.
That's right.
You know,
Yeah.
can you get us some cheap cheap stickers made? I had an idea.
Yeah, scratch and sniff or no?
No, get basement benchwarmer stickers. You buy them,
Okay.
but get them for us somehow cheap ones, and we just go around wherever we go and stick them on bathrooms to listen to
Yeah.
our podcast.
Ooh,
There you go.
that's a great idea.
I like that.
Like I shit at Wolski's,
Like
but
bring them in.
I
Bring 'em into
shit at
stadiums
Wolski's.
and
I think it was
stuff.
like close. Now, could it be women's bathrooms? Is
I
that?
don't care.
doesn't matter. You can stick them
on seats at stadiums. I don't care.
Yeah.
I'm gonna do Porta Johns because that's more our crowd.
There you go. Yeah.
I sat on a basement bench warmer's face.
Wow.
Did I ever tell you the Wolski's story?
I closed.
I walked
Wolski's.
into a bar in Panama, not
And there was a
not
sticker.
Panama City, Florida, Panama, the country. It's like I closed Wolski's on the door. I was like, "You got to be shitting me."
Nice.
That's
awesome.
what we need to do.
Yeah.
That place is still
So
around,
can you
right?
get us like 50 stickers?
I listened to the basement.
Yeah.
Get us 100 stickers, 25 each. We'll start sticking them all over town.
Absolutely.
And wherever we go. Next time we take a trip,
I'm on it
you take it. Yeah. Get us just say listen to the
because I work for a company that prints stickers.
listen to the Basement Benchwarmers podcast and our picture in the middle.
Yeah, let's do it. I got you. How about magnets?
Somebody will put that on their refrigerator. Then only one person will listen.
Yeah, we want it to be stickers.
And stick it
And don't
in
make them
But
like
the
super,
stalls, like
don't-
the
just make
stalls
'em
in the
basic,
bathroom, we
just
can
make
are
them
black and white.
but make them basic adhesives so that if they have to peel them off, they can.
Thank you.
and not like rip.
be
you know.
be.
We don't
bar
want to get
friendly.
in trouble for.
Could I
like-
just buy a bunch of Sharpies and we could write on the stalls? Mike Wilson was here.
you need to
And
contribute.
put that
I'm
nose
trying, I'm
guy, the
trying.
guy with the eyes with the nose.
Eric had an idea though. For our late show, for our Christmas week show, we're gonna do a potluck.
Yes, yeah,
There you go.
absolutely. Yes.
Everybody can bring
potluck.
something to eat.
What day is this?
Sometime late December. We'll do maybe the week after Christmas, like from the 27th to the 30th.
Okay.
We'll do a little potluck that week of the show.
Yeah, I mean, I have vivid memories of last Christmas being a little animated for some reason.
It was
There
good.
like, a lot of alcohol.
Yeah, we'll have a Christmas wild card show.
Yeah, a lot of quoting like Elf and Christmas.
Talk about
Vacation.
Christmas movies.
Sweaters.
Talk about
sweaters,
sweater.
yes.
Yeah, we'll wear sweaters. Talk about
Yes.
reindeer. I'll get reindeer cups to eat egg, not drink like
You should get
Moose
rain-
cups.
You should get
Moose
Like on
reindeer.
vacation.
moose cups.
You should have reindeer.
I'll get reindeer
here.
sitting in here.
If
Yes, that would be
anybody
awesome.
else has suggestions, let us know.
I didn't know
What
these
should we
things.
do?
I didn't know these things crap that much.
Oh, did I tell you we need to get more hot stuff? I said I got hot pickles I found at
Oh, yeah, hot
Jerry
Oh, I'll
Smith's.
pick them up. It's on my way.
Yeah, right by your house.
Yeah, I'll
Find
pick
some
'em
hot
up.
No
pickles.
keister those, huh?
Oh my God.
They shut that place down quick though. Holy cow! I drove past there tonight. I'm like, where'd all the pumpkins go? I'm like,
FBI. FBI.
Probably. Yeah. I could see that.
DEA.
All right,
Yeah.
people want to go to sleep, kids.
Okay, so
Yeah, Ryan Miller wants to go to sleep.
Are we all
Take it
done?
easy, Ryan.
Are we all done?
He checked out about an hour ago, I think.
That it?
Yep. Thank you, guys. Thank you.
Okay.
Great podcast.
Let's get out of
Hey,
there.
goodbyes.
Once again, we are the Basement Benchwarmers podcast, back from being the lower
Back from the
floor
dead.
fellas. We are. Hey guys, have a great week, and hopefully everybody stays healthy and happy. Take care, everybody.
And I don't have.
Hey, goodbyes.
Sorry, folks, park's closed.
What happened? I blacked out.
Because we did something today that no one thought we could do, including us. So we're going out, we're celebrating, and we're going to rub it in this city's face.
I swear I've seen a lot of stuff in my life, but that was awesome. Bye, Felicia.
Kids, there's Big Ben and there's Parliament.
I'll give him more buys and highs.
Every new beginning comes from some other beginning's end. It feels so good. It feels so good. It feels so good. It feels so good.